What is that tape?
This shows her leaving the baby on the couch and saying, "Don't fall off, don't fall off."
When Mom came home and checked her hidden camera video, she fired the babysitter and refused to pay her fees.
And it also shows her throwing the infant into the air.
You still left your child alone with her. 5 days.
I regret having done it, but yes, I did.
And let me tell you, that baby is absolutely delicious.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judy Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is her courtroom. This is Judge Judy.
Parties on Early versus Yates. Step forward, please.
25-year-old child caregiver Leslie Early claims she was wrongfully fired by Maxie and Tim Yates. The Yates say they won't pay her because she lied about her background as a convicted felon.
Order. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 372 on the calendar in the matter of Early versus Yates. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat, please.
Miss Early, your complaint alleges that you were hired by the defendants to babysit for their child. Beautiful baby.
That's me.
Look at that. Look at him.
Okay.
And that you did babysit for him for a week, and you were supposed to be paid $250. You were not paid.
Correct.
They have what they consider a very legitimate reason for not paying you. Tell me how you were hired by the defendants. How did they find you?
I called an ad that was listed in the Union Tribune, the paper, and we set up an interview, and I went to their house, and they met me and talked with me for a while and hired me that night, and I started work, I believe it was 2 days after that night.
Had you been working before?
I've worked before, but no, I was not working at the time.
Had you ever done childcare before?
Yes. I've never been paid for it, but my mother is a foster mom for newborn babies.
But you
so
had
I grew up.
not done childcare before?
No.
Okay. And the agreed salary was $250 a week?
No, it was $800 a month, but when they called to let me go, Maxie explained that $250 was what they figured. And then I reminded them about $7 that I spent of my own money on grocery food. I went grocery shopping.
But you did, in fact, stay with the baby for a week?
I stayed for a week and 2 days.
Okay, and when were you let go?
I was let go a week later, after I had worked the whole following Monday through Friday. The following Saturday, I got a phone call and I was let go.
From who made the phone call?
Maxie.
Can you tell me what that conversation was?
She called to let me go and said that she had her reasons, that it was very difficult for her to leave the baby alone while she was working, and that she needed to have surgery done, and that she wasn't going to be going back to work. And I was kind of upset by it because I, was happy working there, and I really enjoyed working for them and for the little boy. I mean, he's adorable. And I asked, does it have anything to do with me? And I was told absolutely not, and that I should be a housekeeper, was the quote that she said, because she was very happy with the housework I did. I did a lot of housework. She asked me if I would like the check mailed to me or if I'd like to come pick it up, and I said I'd like to come pick it up. And they said that they had some errands to do and stuff and to call them later that day.
The check was not forthcoming, so, I mean, I've read your statement, so I know that
right.
According to you, they kept promising that the check was in the mail.
The check was
never in the mail.
Never.
Ultimately, they told you they were not going to pay you.
In the end, 3 weeks later.
3 weeks later, what did they tell you?
After phone calls of being promised my money was coming, I said, can I come over and pick up a check? And they said, well, we need to talk. She explained to me that she didn't think I did the job I was supposed to do, and that I was sleeping in their house, that I was taking showers in their house. All this is very untrue, and that they had a videotape of me in their house while I was working. And so my boyfriend took the phone away because I started getting upset and started to cry. And he took the phone and said, what seems to be the problem? He got hung up on by Maxie, and he called back, immediately called back, and then he talked with her. And Maxie proceeded to tell my boyfriend, Stefan, that I abused their baby, that, and then again that I was sleeping and showering. And
did you sleep in the house?
No.
Did you ever shower in the house?
No.
Okay. Now, you want to tell, so you were not paid?
No.
You want to tell me why?
I'm glad. Sure, her accounts are fairly accurate. She did come to work, as she stated. We had an interview with both my husband, myself, and I. Actually, Your Honor, if I could submit some information for evidence, I'd appreciate
What is it?
that. We had a background check run on Miss Early. We've got 12 pages worth of, she's got quite a criminal history. We asked her whether or not she had a criminal background. She stated to us that she did not. One of the requirements of employment was that she be fingerprinted, and we let her...
One of your requirements?
Correct,
Yes.
and that was to be done within the first 3 days of employment, and she did. She never submitted the fingerprints. She did, however, and I have a copy of this, she submitted to us her driver's license, which is an alias name that she is using. She's got 12 pages worth of
I have no other names.
criminal background. She's a habitual felon. Much of her background is...
You didn't get that information until when?
Actually, the Monday that she began, that she was alone with the child, we had gotten a report back from the investigators saying that the local check had cleared and that, you know, they didn't find anything on her, so we felt confident. And the Friday that we let her go, we got the out-of-state check, which was, we've got 12 pages worth of her history.
I'll look at that in a moment.
Okay.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I've had no other aliases. I've had no other names.
Not according to this, madam.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy.
Leslie Early says Maxie and Tim Yates owe her for babysitting. The Yates claim that a secret videotape shows Leslie endangering their child.
You indicate in your answer that you had, in fact, set up a babysitting surveillance video.
Correct, yes.
And when did you start this video process?
We started that the Monday that she began by herself with the baby.
And did you view the video that night?
We did, yes.
Was there anything untoward on the video that night?
Well, on that evening, there were some things that we were slightly concerned about, but we thought that we could speak with her and without really letting her know, because why give it away and get a true effect of what she was doing.
So there was nothing on the video on Monday
Not
that
so much
suggested
on
to you
Monday.
that you should immediately terminate her?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Now, on Tuesday, did you view the video?
On Tuesday, my husband had come home early.
The answer is either yes or no.
Yes, yes, in person and on the video.
Was there anything on the video on Tuesday that suggested that you had to terminate her employment on Tuesday?
We thought that we could speak with her and work through it.
Miss Early.
In
Why don't
retrospect,
you
I'm
have a
sorry.
seat with the baby, sir?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. In retrospect, I think I should have let her go on Tuesday. Yes.
Mr. Yates? He's absolutely adorable.
Right.
I cannot order him to be quiet. So if he wants to play, if he wants to, you can take him outside, sir. Miss Yates, you sound like a very intelligent person. If there was anything on that video that suggested to you that your child was in danger, you would not have gone to work on Tuesday or Wednesday. That's, I mean, if you went to work on Wednesday.
There were concerns.
Concerns
yes.
is different. Because this is a question of paying her for the week even though you terminated her. So I'm trying to find the point in time. It's not Monday and it wasn't Tuesday.
It was Wednesday.
All right. What happened on Wednesday?
On Wednesday, she had left the baby on the couch. He was at the point of sitting up and rolling over. She had left the room for a good 20 minutes. At that time, the baby was sitting up, rolling over, and going back and forth on the edge of the couch. My husband and I were watching this tape at the end of the day and just waiting for him to fall. Fortunately, he did not.
So this was on Wednesday?
That was on Wednesday.
Did you go to work on Thursday?
I did, ma'am. I was trying to maintain my job, yes.
Miss Yates?
I did.
You went to work on Thursday.
Correct.
And you left Miss Early with the baby on Thursday.
I had asked neighbors to stop in on her.
And nobody
Miss,
did.
shh. Miss Yates, you went to work on Thursday?
I went to work on Thursday and Friday.
And you went to work on
Yes.
Friday. So, despite the fact that you saw things that were of concern to you on the tape, you still left your child alone with her. 5 days.
I regret having done it, but yes, I did.
And,
So-
Your Honor, every day I was very concerned and asked how everything was, you know.
Miss Early.
And I was
Miss Early,
always
she's
told
entitled to
everything
hire
was
you,
fine.
and she's
Sure.
entitled to fire you.
Sure, I understand all that.
Good. So, that doesn't mean you don't have to pay her. Can I see the background check, please?
Please. And there's
Now,
a copy of her driver's license that she submitted. She's got a fake Social Security number that she submitted to us. The driver's license is with her fake AKA.
Who are you? You keep wanting to stand up. Who are you?
I am presently, she watches my daughter. She's watched my daughter for some time now. I don't believe when they said that they asked her and she said nothing, because I asked her and she told me that she had done some things when she was younger.
What do you mean she told you she did some things when she was younger? What does that mean?
She did some things when she was younger, living with her parents, that, you know, she went to court for. And
did you check on it?
no, I did not. I talked to her mother.
What do you mean you didn't check on it after she told you that?
I spoke to her mother in Florida.
I told her everything, so, you know, I wasn't holding back.
And how old is the child that she babysits for you?
My daughter's 5.
Okay. What is your name?
Valerie
Valerie what?
McElroy.
Miss McElroy, all I can tell you is this. If I had a young child that I was leaving alone with someone, and if that person said to me, I do in fact have a criminal history,
That has nothing to do with children. Yes.
I would certainly do more than call her mother to find out what it was.
Well, I
That would
explained to her everything, that it was.
You're good at
and I
explaining.
was 18 years old, and it was, I don't regret what happened to me then. It was a wonderful
Well, I
learning
think
That's,
experience.
Miss Early, you're not following what I'm saying. You're being defensive. What I'm saying to this parent of a young child is more prudent behavior, madam, would suggest to me that instead of calling her mother to find out what it was all about, you do your own background check to make sure that you have all the information. If you're leaving your most treasured possession with a stranger, then you do an independent background check. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, so what you did was not enough. I mean, these things, I'm looking at the profile, and I see it is really true that, that the most recent arrest that you have was back in 1991, correct? Now, that's
December
a
5th,
long time ago.
1990 was the only time I was arrested. December 5th, 1990, yes. And I've had no other aliases. I've had no other names. I've never had a married name. I've had that name all my life. And I have been arrested December 5th, 1990.
Not according to this, madam.
I know for a fact I'll never forget the day.
Well, there are arrests here, I will tell you, on December 7th, 1990, November 30th, 1990, November 13th, 1990.
I was only arrested on December 5th, maybe December 7th. I mean, that's, I thought I could, all these
February
years
19th
I've been.
of 91, forged check, past forged check.
I was still incarcerated in February for the same thing from December 5th, 1990.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I got in trouble for drugs when I was 18.
Prostitution and what else?
Prostitution, you are
You got
a liar.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Professional babysitter Leslie Early wants to be paid for her services. Maxie and Tim Yates refuse to pay because they say she lied about her criminal past.
Have you ever seen this personal profile?
No.
Well, I would suggest you take a look at it, because if it is incorrect, I suggest that what you do is you make sure that they fix it. But these things have,
And
have
other
a NICE,
alias.
listen to me, these things have a NICE number. They are clearly referred to you, and if somebody is making a mistake on all of these arrests, I suggest that you deal with it. But this is the information that they got. It certainly shows more than one arrest.
Okay.
Take a look at it.
Please.
Now,
Your Honor, may I say something more about that?
yes?
There's also, more recently, in 1986, there were also several
86 or 96?
I'm sorry, 96. Here in California, she had several traffic violations and had a suspended driver's license. One of our agreements was that she would drive the baby to doctor appointments. That was one of the agreements that we had as part of her being a nanny for our child. And obviously, she couldn't she committed to something that she couldn't
Miss Yates,
do.
you have a tape with you, I see.
That's correct.
What is that tape going to show me?
Well, what we had done is...
Just tell me what it's going to show me.
This particular tape, each day we had videotaped. The most dramatic tape was not on the final day that we fired her. I had informed her in the morning that the...
What? You're not answering my question. What is that
This
tape?
shows her leaving the baby on the couch and saying, don't fall off, and she leaves the room. And it also shows her throwing the infant into the air.
Throwing the infant into the air in an anger or playfully?
Playfully, however, he's medically fragile. She knew that going into it. We explained to him he had major surgery 2.5 months before she took over his care.
But nothing that you're going to show me there indicates abusive behavior.
You're absolutely right.
Okay.
Because that had been, we had copied it over. And this just shows the vantage point that we had. It also had sound so that we could hear things that were going on through the house. There were some days, 2 days in particular, she let that baby cry, or a child cry, for over 3 hours at one time. This is not feeding
What
him.
day? This
Okay,
Yates,
this
what
was
day?
on Wednesday and on Thursday. Thursday in particular was the worst day. She had asked to do our house.
Listen to me.
Okay.
Miss Yates, every time a parent has to leave a young child, especially an infant, with a stranger, there are always trepidations because you're never sure about what's going to happen. You are absolutely entitled to hire and fire the caregiver of your choice, whether you have reason or whether you don't have reason. In this case, clearly, according to you, you had just cause to let her go. For the following reasons. You had tape and you weren't satisfied with her performance. And then subsequently, you received a background check which suggested to you that she was less than forthcoming with regard to what her background was. And even if you hadn't gotten this background check, according to you, you would have let her go. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
However, Mrs. Yates, you did allow her to remain in your employ, and you went to work Tuesday after you saw the tape, Wednesday after you saw the tape, Thursday after you saw the tape, and Friday after you saw the tape. You went to work, and I assume you don't work for nothing, so you got paid, right? And you said to me, I didn't want to risk my job, right?
That's absolutely correct.
You have to pay her for the week she worked for you.
You know what, Your
If you had let her go on Monday night after you viewed the tape, she would have had absolutely no cause to complain, but the fact that you permitted her to stay with your baby for that entire week, despite the fact that you and your husband were coming home every night, right, sir? And watching the tape. It is unreasonable for you now to withhold her salary. Judgment is for the plaintiff in the amount of $250. Did she, in fact, buy food for you and lay out $7?
Yes, but we had agreed at $700 a month. She had miscalculated. She said $250 a week. It was actually $175 a week.
She called me to tell me that the amount was $250 on the phone. I didn't come up with that amount.
I'm awarding you $257.
That's fine.
Great.
I want to say something to you. Look at me. When you have a young child, you're supposed to be very cautious. And I'm not suggesting that Miss Early is not a good caretaker for children. I am not making that judgment here today. All I'm saying today in today's case is these people utilized her services for a week and they have to pay her. What I'm saying to you is you may be perfectly satisfied with her as a caregiver for your 5-year-old. You have to be more prudent in the process that you use for selecting a person. You're a parent, and your primary responsibility has to be to your child. So whether it's this lady or some other lady in the future who's going to take care of your baby, do your own background check. You don't call her mother to find out if she's a nice person. I assume that you have somebody else taking care of your baby now?
My husband and I are taking care of him. We alternate working.
Sometimes that's the only way to do it.
It's the only way we know for sure.
And let me tell you, that baby is absolutely delicious.
Thank you.
So it may be worthwhile.
Thank
Good
you,
luck.
Your Honor.
Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
May I get a copy of this?
Yeah, we'll get you a copy.
Okay.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
I think that they've done this before, in my opinion, and I just think that they were pulling whatever they could to try to not pay somebody, and
I think you're the one that's done things before, Leslie.
Okay, Maxie. Well, you're the loser today.
No, I'm not a loser.
Sure
We're the
she
winners
is.
because I feel that this person has been exposed on national TV. I'm frightened for you that she's taking care of your child.
I had a problem with drugs when I was 18 years old, and I got in trouble for drugs when I was 18.
Prostitution and what else?
Prostitution? You are
You
a
got
liar.
12 pages worth
You
there,
are
Leslie.
a liar.
12 pages
How are you
of
gonna-
forgery.
You're a liar.
Felonies.
Prostitution?
On Tuesday,
They love
the
this.
second day of recording. Why were
Leslie,
you walking the house brown naked?
I haven't done anything to scare you yet, right?
Son used to live with her. Now she wants the son to pay what he borrowed.
Why didn't you ask
Mother and
for
son.
money?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Why didn't you ask your father for money? Your father.
Your Honor, I have made payments.
Am I speaking a language that somebody
Yeah.
understand?
I heard your question, Judge.
You are about to enter the courtroom of
Doesn't
Judith Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. Judge Julings are final. This is her courtroom. This, the Judge Judy.
Parties on Trevino versus Reader. Step forward, please.
Is Judge
Sandra Trevino used to live with Foster Reader. Now she's suing Foster
Please.
Dustin for bills he ran up on her Sears credit card. Her son,
Order, all rise. All rise, please. Quiet in the courtroom. Judge, it's number 132 on the calendar in the matter of Trevino Reader. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Have a seat. Versus
Miss Trevino. Mr.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Reader Sr. Step up. Mr. Reader. Ms. Trevino, according to your complaint, you and Mr. Reader were living together, correct?
No.
He wasn't living with you, Senior.
He stayed with me for a month.
Stayed with you. I paid the rent.
Just a second. He stayed with you for a month. This is his son.
Yes, ma'am.
He also stayed with you.
Yes, ma'am.
And while they were staying with you, that they were staying, use your Sears credit card.
Yes, ma'am.
Junior, why?
Well, we were good friends, and he was just starting a job, and there was stuff, tool chests and stuff, and he promised to pay me back when he started what he needed. I started getting an income, and I trusted him. He's a nice kid. But now that we're working and now you're no longer seeing each other, he doesn't want to pay me.
Why didn't you ask
Senior.
for money?
Because I like Sears tools.
Because what?
I like the tools
Your father.
Sears put out.
So?
She had his tools at Sears card.
Go ahead, sir. Maybe you can answer for him.
Sears chart.
Actually, what happened, Your Honor, when we got together and we were there a lot longer, 2 months.
Well,
Mr.
first it was a month. Now you say it was longer than 2 months.
It was a lot longer than any two-ship went on for about a year and a half. Mrs. Trevino's credit card, the relation was not being able to be used at the time, and I paid it up, brought it current. The card, I paid up the Sears credit card where Sears credit used. I paid up her Visa credit card, which they never let her use it. Could be used. At that time, my son could have asked me for the money, but okay, they were going out and buying the tools. She took him to Sears and started on her own while we didn't even know each other. And as we were living together for quite some time, over a month, we're still together, things went on between them. He could have gotten the money from me if he'd for it.
Well, that's what I want to know. Why didn't you ask your father to borrow money for your tools rather than asking Miss Trevino?
Because she
Borrow the
charge card for there.
But he had the money.
He had a charge. I never came up to ask him for that, Your Honor.
All right, so now you use the credit. How much did you charge on her credit card?
About $1,100, Your Honor.
Credit card. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
And how much did you pay back?
So, 1108.45.
You have proof of that for me?
What I have is my check register.
And what does it say in it?
Your Honor, I have made payments. I have 9 checks totaling the amount of $108.45.
Is that made directly to Sears?
Sears and Mrs. 500.
Let me see it.
Trevino.
Do you deny that he gave you these checks? He's got them in his book.
He gave me checks for the rent when he was living.
Checks matter? Some of this, how much rent?
He was paying $200 a month. In there.
There are charges here for $32.45, $38, $75, $63.
For what?
$75. No, it says to Sandra Trevino. Let me see your Sears. Bill, please. Was she charging you rent?
I paid her rent on my own will, and they wrote her a check for rent. I just given her cash.
What do you mean you gave
I never did.
will, sir?
I was told I didn't have to pay rent.
But of your own.
Paid her
That's
anyway.
not true.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, I was the one paying the rent,
But I
That's not true.
out of my own money. That's why he didn't have to pay rent.
He said
Time.
giving her cash.
He did give her money, but like I said,
And he was giving.
because he wanted to.
So you say, sir, that you repaid her $500
Said it was
by check, and this is for the $108 tools that you bought on the Sears card. Is that right?
yes,
But say you paid her cash
yes,
twice.
yes.
How are you going to prove that to me? But you also.
What, ma'am? I have no. We were friends at the time. I didn't think I needed a receipt for that.
Well, but you paid most of the money by check. Why would you pay $6 of it in cash?
Well, because I would go cash my check, and I'd
$600
for the cash instead of the check.
Why did you give her some checks? All of them were under $100.
Just give her.
And then what you opted to give her in cash, you gave her in $100, two $300 payments. That doesn't sound logical, sir.
Well, at the time I had the cash on me, and the only reason why I didn't get a receipt was because
To me.
she was seeing my father.
Did he ever give you cash?
No, ma'am.
I was living with.
No, ma'am.
Okay, return this to him. Yes.
He did.
Did not.
Your Honor.
No.
And I've given her a lot of cash even since they give her cash.
No, I believe.
A couple of times I didn't ask for receipts. Then at the very last, started writing me receipts. I didn't bring them with me, but she did write me some receipts.
Judge Judy will
She started
in a moment.
She stole her car out of a shopping center before Christmas.
Continue.
I got blamed for the car.
This is getting fascinating.
And later today,
I did see,
And
I saw them, running after the cat, and I did see a cat.
I'm not sure.
A cat.
You saw a cat. I believe that.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Sandra Trevino says 26-year-old tow truck operator Dustin Reeder used her credit card and didn't repay her. Dustin says he paid her back.
Miss Trevino, why are you suing
In cash.
now?
Because they were going through some bad times.
Him now.
And he didn't have any money. I went to jail for a couple of months. The kids were trying to run the business, and they weren't making ends meet. He was actually helping them keep the business going, while he would. And I
What
thought
kind of business?
Towing. And I.
Automobile towing?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you incarcerated for a period of time?
Business.
Yes, I was.
For how long?
I was actually in jail for 45 days
For what time, sir?
because she had stole her car and I got blamed for it.
You're lying.
What?
Right. She stole her car out of a shopping center before Christmas, and I got blamed for that car, and I didn't involve her in it. I took the heat because my lawyer advised me to claim for the, so I took it.
Explain. No, this is getting fascinating. This is,
Take the heat. Hey, it's the truth. You can
Justice-
check it out with the courts.
well, can't check it out as much. You pled guilty, sir, and served 45 days, then you pled guilty to something. Explain to the courts if she stole a car
That's right.
to me.
That's right.
How did you get involved with it?
Well,
Out of a park.
when I first met Mrs. Trevino,
He tried
She-
selling it to cop.
she didn't have a car. She had problems with her car. I gave her the money to go out and put it on a new car. When we started squabbling, she couldn't make the payments, down payment. So then she decided, it was insured, she decided that she would take it and collect the insurance off of it, which she did.
You're a pathological liar.
What do you just a sec?
Pathological.
You didn't collect insurance?
Mr. Trevino.
The car.
So she reported the car stolen.
That's right.
Go ahead. Ah, it's coming together. She reported the car stolen. Then the plan was for her to go out and sell the car once she got the insurance and for it. Is that right? Am I right?
You're close.
Well, money. Tell me where I'm off. Tell me where I'm off.
Anyway, turned out I got caught with the car.
How did you get caught with the car?
Because somebody had did some work, as it turned, brought it back.
You mean did some work on it to sort of
Change the VIN numbers. Work on it, numbers. Brought it back. I got caught with it. Changed the VIN, okay? And like I said, at that time, I never brought it up. One time said anything about it to the law or anything. I never just went to jail for it.
Well, you knew that it was you knew the
believe me, I
scenario,
wish I
so you
hadn't.
weren't right?
I was partly to blame because I got caught with it.
What do you do for a living? Blameless, sir.
I drive a tow truck.
Your father's tow truck?
Yes.
Sir, did you graduate from high school?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. These tools that you bought from Sears, what did you need them for?
I like to work on cars.
Sounds to me, with the exception of this young man, these people all deserve each other. Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you credit, sir, for the following. I believe that you gave her checks towards the Sears bill of $11 in the amount of $500, leaving a total of $600, $1,100. Now, I want you to look in my eyes and tell left whether you gave her an additional $600 me cash.
Yes, ma'am, I did. In 2 installments.
In
I have given her $600 in cash for the tool bill.
For the tools? Hmm?
On the
You gave her
surcharge.
extra money for rent?
Yes, I was paying her $200 a month for rent. Yes.
In addition to the tools. Is that right?
Yes, every stayed there, I gave her $200 a month.
Ms. Trevino?
Every month I
believe him. This young man, I believe. I don't know if I believe either of you two people, but I paid you. This lawsuit is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Believe him that he...
Pathological liars. They're known liars. That's all they do is lie.
And now the next case.
Parties on Brown versus Silberg. Step
32-year-old retail manager Paul Brown is suing his building manager,
Forward.
Greg Silberg, 52, because his dog fell off the roof when a cat manager...
Mr. Silberg, are you the owner of this building in question?
No, I'm
frightened it.
the owner of the management company.
Okay. Managed 3-story building.
Correct.
You, sir, live in that building?
Yes.
And how long? And this is there?
I lived there approximately about 9 months.
And you have a dog?
Yes.
How long have you lived?
I have 2 dogs.
But that's the dog in question?
Correct.
That dog? You were going into your building?
Actually, I was going to walk my dog and I was going to visit a friend on the 3rd floor. And
In the building?
In the building.
Your dog did not have a leash on?
They both had leashes on them. I took them in the...
And you
walked up to the 3rd floor. I went to knock on my friend's door on the 3rd elevator, which is right around the corner from the sun deck. And I had both dogs in one hand on the floor, and they saw a cat. This is late at night, about 10:30 at night. They saw a cat. My left hand got loose. As I was running up the stairs, the dogs already were at the patio or the sun deck, and that one fell. He was down below and up on the patio. That was it. I mean...
Just a second. Did you see the cat?
Look
at me.
Yes.
Did you see a cat?
Yes, I did.
Cat, sir?
I saw a cat.
Late at night.
That's how they darted out of my hand.
Late at night, you're
Knocking on the door, correct.
knocking at a door, right? Like this.
Correct.
Ringing a bell. The cat.
The cat was to the left going up to the sun deck.
Where was... I'm not sure I believe that you saw a cat. That's first. I do believe that your dog ran up to the sun deck. Fell off. Right?
Right.
Suing him for $5,000.
Correct.
Tell me why.
Well,
Because that's the dog. The dog. And yours
right. First of all, I have pictures before and after.
is here.
Sun deck look like before and after, and as well as the medical, which ranged into approximately about $1,300, $1,400 bills. And for my dog's a championship dog, and he's dollars. I was actually going to breed him. I have papers on him, and as well as I have from the city of West Hollywood saying that the note is not properly permitted, and if they had the proper railing on that sun deck, my dog's sun deck was fell, and that's why I'm suing him for $5,000. When it never fell.
I'll see all of his pictures.
And this is the medical bill. And I also from the doctor stating the condition of the dog. I also have a letter.
Who found the dog?
Phil found the dog. He was downstairs waiting.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Can I say something?
For me.
Do you feel as if you must, sir?
You've kind of said it all, to be honest.
Then why don't you be quiet? Why don't you just be...
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Paul Brown is suing building manager Greg Silberg because his dog fell off the roof. Mr. Silberg says the dog should have been on a leash. Roof.
Dog when you found him?
Well, I was standing outside and I heard the loud noise.
Describe the
street. When I found him, he was unconscious, tongue hanging out of his mouth, hitting the concrete. He was bleeding from his mouth. I went and grabbed a towel, picked him up. He was stiff. I didn't even alive anymore. And then I found a pulse. I took him into the apartment, found a pulse. We know if he was in hospital, and we drove him immediately to the hospital. He was unconscious for a couple days. Called the vet.
When you found the dog that night, and I want you to think very carefully, sir, did the dog have a leash?
Yes.
Carefully. How do you know that?
Because I found the dog.
A couple of things. I don't understand how this dog got away from you if you were holding both dogs, understand, with the leash.
I had them both on one hand as I was knocking on the door of the third
in your hand.
Floor. And I did see a cat, and I saw them, you know, running after on the third. I did see a cat, and he went off. The other dog, because I called them both.
Just
I called the cat, and
So what you're telling me is you had both dogs
in my left hand, correct? Both their names.
One hand.
Right.
And you couldn't control in holding on to the leashes of both dogs.
No, because actually when they saw.
Well, the cat's not his fault.
Okay, but the balcony's his fault.
Just a second.
If the cat.
How?
He broke the law. The law. I mean, that balcony was not proper. If that balcony was properly permitted, that dog would have never fell.
This place that you didn't know about. You knew about this place. Now, it's not a place not in some way responsible for not having it properly gated off. Saying I looked at the gate that he put up there. Your dog can get through that gate. Just a second. If that's a proper gate that he put up afterwards,
yeah, but
little skinny dog can get through that gate and could have gotten through that gate that night. The cat.
Not running that fast.
What do you mean not running?
Not running. A dog cannot get through that gate.
So could
those bars, those bars are approximately 4 inches apart. Now, if those running at full speed, the dog cannot go through that gate.
You mean he'd have to stop and wiggle through?
Dogs would stop.
Just a second.
He would realize that no.
He would realize.
He would realize that he would not be able to get through that gate going that fast. That's why the dog fell.
He would realize.
He was going so fast he didn't see the drop. That's why the dog fell. Now, if that fell because there, the dog would have stopped.
This gate
was up.
Is not designed to keep out dogs and cats. It's designed to protect people. Dog and cat owners are responsible for taking care of their own pets. People.
Correct.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
Just because there is doesn't mean somebody has to pay you. That's what the courts are about, sir. This is a people protector. And the fact that not suggest that a dog at full run couldn't go through there, that may be that you certainly a cat can wiggle through here. Certainly a small can get through here. The design
but not
of it,
at full speed.
I don't care whether it's full dog.
If a dog's chasing a cat.
You're never going to get through to him. Never going to get through to him. Sir, not every injury results in an award of money. Through to him. You are responsible for keeping control of your dog.
And he's responsible for the railing. I mean,
yes, sir, and I will tell you something else. If somebody
for keeping
you up on the roof that evening and you fell off the third floor chase because there was no adequate railing, you could sue him for a lot more than $5,000 because he is responsible if you are and if you could breed, because that's what you're complaining about. Lived. Because there was no bar or gate there, but reason your dog fell. Your dog fell because you dropped the leash. It's not the
but I didn't drop the leash, Your Honor. The dogs got away from me. I didn't drop the leash.
And your dog, Mr. Brown. Sir.
Can I say something?
Please.
Do you feel as if you must, sir?
I said it all, to be honest.
Then why don't you just be quiet?
Okay. You've
This lawsuit is dismissed.
Parties are excused. Step out, please.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Well, obviously, I'm delighted, and I just feel that Mr. Brown took responsibility for his own action. First of all, the dog was there. He didn't take. Wasn't
No, it
allowed
was not
on his
illegally.
lease.
You don't even know what your own manager does there. Your
Legally.
dogs are there. You're saying illegally
on top
now.
of that,
After 9, I've been there 9 months.
He
manager knew that
takes
illegally after 9
responsibility.
months.
All he
then-
wants to do is everybody's responsible. Doesn't want it on its head. So
Do
it
you
can't
feel you're not
breathe.
responsible for not having a proper sun deck up there?
Absolutely. The dog fit.
Responsible.
No, sir.
He broke the law. He should pay for it. You're not.
Did that happen?
Yes.
That's bull.
Do you remember?
Good. Just a second. I can't wash your mouth out with soap, sir, but I certainly can take care of it financially. You owe her $3,692.61. That's the most expensive curse word you're ever going to say. That's all! Out!
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is her courtroom. This is Judge Judy.
Parties on Sievertson versus Lusinski. Step forward, please.
20-year-old Emily Sievertson says her ex-boyfriend, 26-year-old Lance Lunzinski, owes her money he borrowed before they broke up. Lance says the money was a gift.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 379 on the calendar in the matter of Sievertson versus Lusinski. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, ma'am, have a seat.
Why would you give him your credit card?
I didn't give him my credit card. I purchased things for him on my credit card because we were in a relationship for a long time, and he said that he was going to pay me back.
Did you live together?
No.
So you dated?
Mm-hmm.
Over what period of time?
About 8 months.
And tell me about the first time that you started putting things on your credit card.
I guess we went to the mall, and he wanted to get, I think it was Sony PlayStation was the first thing that I got him.
What's a Sony PlayStation?
It's a video game system, and I got that for him because he said he really wanted it, and he said, you know, he couldn't come up with all the money at one time, so if I put on my credit card, he could come up with the monthly payments.
Mr. Lunzinski, does that sound familiar to you?
No, Your Honor.
You remember this video game?
I never asked for anything. They were gifts.
Tell me about being at the mall, sir.
I went to the mall. She surprised me, talking about she wasn't going to tell me anything what we were going to do at the mall. But, you know, she had all that inside of her, what she wanted to, you know, buy me. So we went out. She bought me a Sony PlayStation. She took it in her responsibility to where she wanted to go out, you know. I mean, they're gifts. I didn't ask her to buy them. She knew that I wanted them.
I just asked you about one thing, sir, and you go and give me a whole song and dance. You ever
Sorry
hear
about
the
that, Your
expression, "Me think the gentleman protests too much"? Did you ever hear that? Charles Schultz didn't say that. What next, madam?
The car, my car. I was out of town on a business trip with my father, and my car was parked at his house. And I did mention that I did want to sell my car, but I needed to get at least $900 for it because I still owed that money on it. So I guess someone was driving by his house and said that they wanted to buy it, and so Lance sold the car to this guy that I didn't even know for, he said $1,000. So I said, okay, that's fine, you know, I'll do everything when I get back. So then
what happened?
Nothing happened with that. I kept calling him, and the guy that bought the car changed.
How could he buy a car without you signing over your certificate? How could somebody buy a car without you signing over the certificate of title?
I don't know.
Where's the certificate of title for your car?
It wasn't in my name because I was going to get the title when I finished paying it off. So I have.
Whose name was it in?
In the person I bought it from, Dolores.
So the car wasn't in your name?
Right, because I needed to finish paying it off.
How did you sell a car that belonged to Dolores?
Well, if I can say one thing.
No. Answer my question.
How did I sell a car?
How do you sell a car to somebody that
No, that's a good
belonged
question. That's something
to
that,
DeLore?
Your Honor, I haven't figured out for the last 4 months. You know, the guy wanted to buy the car. He came to look at the car. I got a hold of her. She wanted to sell the car. But and the guy was supposed to give me $600, which I couldn't get $600 for the car. So the car had so many problems. You know, even though, I mean, I did something.
How do you sell a car without a certificate of title? You mean he just gave you money and he took the car? How's he going to register a car without a certificate of title?
I don't know. Less paperwork is in the car, Your Honor.
It has to be signed, sir.
Yeah, I know, Your Honor.
Madam, go to the police.
I'm in the process of doing that.
Go to the police. Don't tell me about this car. I think you two people are both whacked up. I really do. Something suggests to me that you're both a little off. You go to the police, and you have the police get the car back. Did you get any money for it?
Didn't you get any money for the car?
What word didn't you understand, sir? Did
Yeah, I
you
got
get
money,
any
and
money for
I
the
got
car?
money from the guy that bought the car, and I handed her $400. That's the only amount that he gave me that was affordable for him, even though he had to pay $600, which he was supposed to pay $200 more. And next thing you know, the car's in his name. And I'm not God. I don't know how he did that.
Did he give you
I don't
any
have a
money?
crystal
Just
ball.
a minute. Did he give you any money?
He gave me $400. And then I gave it back to him.
What?
Then I let him borrow it.
Borrow it?
When did you let him borrow it?
I'm not sure. It was for car payments and groceries and stuff that he wanted because he said he was going to pay me back. You know, I admit that I was an idiot, and I know this.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You would throw temper tantrums in the mall, and I was scared of you, so I bought those things for you.
Oh, different story.
And later today,
It's not her fault that your father violated his parole and served 6 months. She doesn't have to support you, sir. She's got enough trouble of her own.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. 20-year-old Emily Siebertson says her ex-boyfriend, 26-year-old Lance Lunzinski, owes her money he borrowed before they broke up. Lance says the money was a gift.
So far, the only thing that you told me you bought for him, madam, that he said he would repay, was this Nintendo game or whatever else it is.
Yeah.
What
and
else did you
some
buy?
Games, a shaver, clothes, shoes, and money for the car payment, groceries, and...
For him?
Yeah. He said he didn't have any money, so I was helping him out because we were in a relationship. I trusted him. I cared about him.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Your Honor, we were in a relationship. We loved each other. We cared about each other. I didn't love her where she didn't think inside I loved her the way that I should have loved her. She loved me more. She gave way too much in a relationship. She gave way too fast. You know, I haven't got stuff like that since I was a little kid from my mom bringing me stuff like that.
That's
now I'm
because if
here.
I didn't get you things, you would throw a temper tantrum and you would either
That's
beat me
incorrect.
up or you left me stranded at the mall if I didn't buy you those boots.
No,
you
I don't
know,
think so.
you would throw temper tantrums in the mall, and I was scared of you, so I bought those things for you. and they were
Oh,
not
different
gifts.
story. Listen to me, madam. It's coming clear to me. He used you.
I know.
He used you. But this is a court. In a court, there has to be a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you're really suing for is a breach of contract, that you had an oral contract with him, that you would allow him to make certain purchases on your credit card and he would pay the bills.
Right.
And he never made a payment on your credit card.
Yes, he did.
He did?
Yes, he
Oh, he
total.
did. Show me where he made a payment on your credit card.
I made quite a few of them, to be honest with you.
You
And
did?
and it's something that I didn't have to do. It's just,
Oh,
you know?
now it's coming nice. This is easier because then I could do the right thing, even though I thought
I mean,
that I
it wasn't
wasn't
money
able
that
to.
I owed. You know, it was $75 to go get a concert ticket, the Pink Floyd concert. They wanted to.
Oh, good. Oh, right. And you did make certain payments, sir.
It wasn't even payments. It's something that I gave. That's what my heart wanted to do. You know? I mean, it's only money. It's only a piece of paper.
How much does he still owe on the credit cards?
He paid $300. What was the? It was
$3,900.
$39.92.61 minus $300, I guess.
Now, that includes $1,500, over $1,500 in ATM cash advances to him.
Right.
What was that for?
For when he needed tires for his car, and I did give him my ATM card.
Just a sec. I have a hook to hang my robe on because he did make certain payments, which acknowledges the fact that they were loans.
Right.
Okay, so because he used you, there's no question about that. However, I wouldn't say anything to me if I were you, sir. You have to prove to me that there was an understanding, clear contract when he said to you, I'm taking out this money and I will pay you back. Did that happen?
Yes.
That was
$1,573. I can't wash your mouth out with soap, sir, but I certainly can take care of it financially. You owe her $3,692.61. That's the most expensive curse word you're ever going to say. That's all!
Step
Out!
out. The back door to your right.
I fell for his scam. He's been doing it a lot more longer than I have, and you know, I cared for him. I cared for the family, you know, and I had a good time with you guys.
It wasn't a scam.
You know,
it wasn't a scam.
And now the next case.
Party's on Mazer versus Woodbridge. Step forward.
21-year-old student Matthew Mazer says his father's former live-in girlfriend, Pamela Woodbridge, illegally evicted him after his father went to jail.
How old are you, Mr. Mazer?
21.
When did you turn 21?
April 30th.
Now, in May of this past year, you were living with the defendant, correct? And you were living there with your father.
Yes.
And your father and the defendant were engaged to be married or living together. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
What were you doing with yourself in May, sir?
I was beginning to go to college at that time.
What do you mean beginning to go to college? Who begins to go to college in May?
No, I was going to go through summer courses.
That starts in June or July.
Well, registration's in May, though.
That's not a major effort, sir. That's not doing much going to register for school. It's not necessarily a full-time job. What were you doing with yourself in May?
Nothing at that time.
What were you doing in April?
Well, nothing at that time either, ma'am.
Well, let's try March. What were you doing with yourself in March?
Nothing, preparing to go to school. I was...
You mean getting into the thinking mode? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Mr. Mazer? All right. All this has a purpose, sir. You're suing the defendant because in May, according to both of you, your father got arrested, taken off to jail, leaving you living with a perfect stranger, right?
No, we lived together for 8 months prior to that.
8 months, a lifetime.
We were pretty close. Well, they went out for 2 years before that.
But you were living with them for 8 months.
Yeah.
And your father was, I assume, contributing to the household. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
It's a two-bedroom apartment.
Yes.
So after your father was arrested, you were still living there. You are suing her for $4,000. You say she illegally evicted you from the apartment, and she kept your furniture that you bought.
That's correct. It was bought for me by my father.
It was bought for you. You better get, before you go to college, you better brush up on your English. It was bought for you by your father. Now, what did you expect her to do, Mr. Mazer, when the person who was contributing to half the rent, I assume, half the utilities, is hauled off to jail, leaving her with a total biological stranger to support? Because you're on your way preparing yourself for college. What'd you expect her to do?
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I got steroid psychosis because they tried to put me in remission. So I went crazy, and David kind of came into my life, and I didn't know he was a con artist.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Matthew Mazer claims his father's former live-in girlfriend, Pamela Woodbridge, illegally evicted him.
Who are you?
I'm his father.
Terrific. Step up here. Mr. Mazer, how did you expect this lady to take care of business when you were arrested? What were you arrested for?
I wasn't actually arrested. I was taken into custody by the parole department based on some facts that the sheriff's department gave them, which
So
to
you were
date
on
they
parole.
never even filed on.
So you were taken into custody on parole violation.
Right.
Did you spend any time in jail, sir?
Yes, I did.
How much time?
6 months.
What arrangements did you make with the defendant to support the household while you were in jail?
None. It was paid for through the first of the following month, and I didn't anticipate staying in jail very long.
Okay. So she told you that you had to find another place to live because she needed a roommate who could afford to pay at least half the rent.
That's correct.
Sounds right to me.
He was on the lease.
Who put your name on the lease?
She did.
Did you put his name on the lease?
He's listed on the lease as a minor.
Let me ask you this question. How long were you living in this apartment?
I moved in on November 10th of 1996.
And when did he move in?
He moved in, I couldn't
At
put
the
him
same
on the
time.
lease. Right.
Shh. At the same time.
But I couldn't put him on the lease because David has been to prison 2 or 3 times for credit card fraud, and so his credit is ruined.
Now, this young man moved in with you later.
No, he did move in at the same time as
So
well.
you all moved into this apartment together?
Right.
Okay. Mr. Mazur, I assume you moved into this apartment and your arrangement was, because you told me that you did, that you were going to pay the expenses on the apartment. You paid the rent, you paid the utilities, correct? Right? That was your arrangement with this lady. Where had you lived before?
I had a house in Dana Point, and in 1995, I got multiple sclerosis, and my husband of 11 years divorced me. And anyway, to make a long story short, I got steroid psychosis because they tried to put me in remission. So I went crazy, and David kind of came into my life, and I didn't know he was a con artist. He has scammed me out of $180,000. And I have my credit report right here to show.
The question that I'm asking you, and that's all very interesting, is when you moved into this apartment, I assume your arrangement was, because you did it for some 6 months, that you would pay the bills.
Right, and I think
Oh, good. Now, that was the arrangement that you had with us. So then you get hauled off to jail for 6 months, leaving her with the apartment,
And
nobody
I had-
to pay the rent,
I had
and your
that's
son.
where you're wrong. I had $5,000 in cash with me at the time I was arrested.
So what did you do with
Which was
it?
to pay her attorney to fight for the custody of her children. That money was taken, and I have this document, was taken in by the Department of Corrections and mailed to me the following day to the jail. For what purpose, I don't know. But I did have...
Did you get $5,000 from him?
No, his parole officer told me that David did have, I think she said $4,000, and she asked him, did he want her to give it to me, and he said no.
Just a minute. Do you have any proof to show me, Mr. Mazur, that you provided the defendant with $5,000 in order to cover the expenses of this apartment while you were away?
Yes.
Don't show me a lot of papers there. Show me where you turned over the money to the defendant to cover the expenses of the apartment.
The apartment part was, here it is right here, $2,993.
Let me see it.
And the sheriff's department kept it. They said they could not give it to her because
Just
they
a minute.
arrested
So
me.
the answer is she didn't get it.
Yes.
So what are you showing me this baloney for? She didn't get it. So what you're telling me is I should take your good intentions into consideration.
No, she rented it, but what? The rent was paid to the end of the following month.
All right. She doesn't have to keep your son there not working. Now, furniture. You had furniture?
Well, David had gone out and bought a futon for Matthew on my credit card. Well, it may have been a joint credit card.
Right.
David was doing credit card roulette, basically.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He went out and bought a futon.
Right.
Is that the only piece of furniture that was bought specifically for Mr. Mazur Jr.?
Yes.
Okay. Now, there are other items. What other items, sir, do you say were bought by your father for you?
Not really any other furniture, just a couple tables and...
Tables? What
yeah,
tables?
just like end tables.
End tables? What end tables? Talk to me.
His mother took those.
What end tables?
They're just glass end tables, brass.
That your father bought for
brass
his
and glass.
20-year-old son?
No, those were mine when I brought them there.
Okay, so where are they?
His mother took them. She came and picked up his things.
Except the futon.
Exactly.
Which you paid for.
Which I sold.
Which you sold.
Right.
And which was on your credit card.
Yes, ma'am.
Or on a joint credit card.
Right.
Which he wasn't paying from jail.
Right.
Good.
Excuse me, the insurance was paying for it. When she came down with MS, the insurance picked up all the bills. She virtually had no bills, with the exception of the rent.
So just a minute. Why should she have any bills? That wasn't your arrangement. Mr. Mazer.
But there is an eviction process you go through in the state of California. You just don't throw somebody out and lock them out.
Where's his mother?
My mother, I can't live with her. She has cats, and I'm fatally allergic to them. So I can't live with my mother.
Your mother has cats, sir?
Yeah.
I have no more time. This lawsuit is nonsense. Case is dismissed. Who are you?
I was his girlfriend at the time, and he did have a job when he moved there.
I was invited by them to go to school. That's why I went there. And they didn't have the money at the time to pay for me to go to school.
Mr. Mazer, it's not her fault that your father violated his parole and served 6 months. She doesn't have to support you, sir. She's got enough trouble of her own.
That.
Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Out the back door to your
And
right.
on the next Judge Judy.
It was a cold thing what she did to me. She threw me on the streets knowing I had no place to go. I mean, it was a really hard thing for me to deal with. I had to come up with nothing. I mean, I had half my clothes, nothing else. That's all I had when she threw me on the streets.
I had to rent that room out because it's called survival.
The engagement didn't ripen into a marriage, and you broke up.
Now that the love is gone, the would-be groom wants back the money he spent on his never-to-be bride.
I think I deserve punitive damages.
I assumed that we were going to be married, and in the course of our relationship, that it would all wash out in the end.
I'm not going to go through all this. So where is $500 in phone bills?
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is her courtroom. This is Judge Judy.
Parties on Bledsoe versus Bryant. Step forward, please.
28-year-old news producer Robert Bledsoe says his former fiancée, Renee Lynn Bryant, owes him money for past due bills.
Order. All rise. Your Honor, this is case number 380 on the calendar in the matter of Bledsoe versus Bryant. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir.
You folks were engaged according to these papers and moved into a house together. The engagement didn't ripen into a marriage, and you broke up.
Correct.
You say she owes you some money.
She agreed at the time that we broke up to pay the phone bill, which was approximately 80% hers. While she did not work the 3 months while we were engaged and living together, she made numerous calls, and the phone bill equaled almost $500. And she made probably 80% of the bill, and she agreed at that time to pay for that. No, for the phone bill, and then half of the utilities, half of the rent. She only gave me $940 the entire time after we moved in.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Just a minute.
And she gave me that $940, but the bills were considerably more than that, obviously. I mean, what she should have paid, all told, is $1,371.19.
Mm-hmm.
That's if we split the bills in half. But I said, once you just pay the phone bill, she agreed to that. She was going to pay it after her first check from her new job. She had just gotten a job right at the time we split up, and she was to pay me at the 1st of August when she got paid, and she did not. Then she put it up, and she said, I'll pay you the next month. The next month came. She did not. In the meantime, I had to borrow money from my parents in order to pay the phone bill, which was $500, so I could get another phone later. And at that time, she didn't pay in September. She promised me by the end of the month. I called near the end of the month. She told me she had no intention of paying me. She didn't feel she owed me the money, and that I would just have to sue her.
Okay.
And
my first question to you, Mr. Bledsoe, is this. You say that during the course of the 3 months that you lived together, she should have paid you $1,371.
If we were to
That's-
have half.
If you were to split the
half.
expenses. And she paid you $940.
Correct.
Which leaves $431 if you were to split the bills in half.
Correct.
And you say that she agreed to pay the $500
Right.
phone bill in place of that. So
Correct.
she's really paying $69 more than she should have.
However, I also paid one of her truck payments for $277.97 on my credit card, and she was supposed to pay me before the following month, before interest accrued on that amount, and she did not. And then the next month, she had another bill, and she wanted me to do the same thing, charge
Just a
my
minute,
credit
Mr.
card.
Bledsoe. So is what you're saying you forgave everything as long as she paid the $500 phone bill?
It was a settlement. It was nothing more than a settlement.
What I'm asking you is what you're saying that in lieu of the truck payment and the $431,
Yes.
that you were prepared to accept the $500 phone bill?
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Now I'll hear from you.
Okay, Your Honor, we need to back up because when I agreed to marry Robert Bledsoe, who I loved dearly at that time, he had convinced me that I should quit my full-time teaching job.
I'm not interested in that.
Okay. Well, I moved to Altaloma, where we rented a house. Okay, he borrowed $1,600 from his mother and father, Mr. and Mrs. Richard Bledsoe. When I received my very last teaching check, which was of $1,400, I gave him $1,200 cash for the deposit. So he gave his parents the $1,200 cash, which left $400 that he had to give them. When things didn't work out between us, okay, I lost my $1,200 deposit.
Well,
But I have to say that I worked the entire time. I was a substitute teacher.
Just a minute.
And I have my pay.
Just a second.
Yes, Your Honor.
Because I read that in the answer, and Mr. Bledsoe, you seem to have left that out, although you do indicate that she paid for 3/4 of the deposit, the
Yes.
security deposit.
She did.
On the house.
Yes.
And that was lost.
Yes.
And that was $1,200?
The security deposit
Yes.
was at $825. Then there was $825 for first month's rent.
Well, let's not count the first month's rent because you lived there.
Right.
Let's talk about the $825.
Yeah.
But we had to come up with. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
She paid the $825.
No. Well, she paid $1,050, and then I paid $600, which equaled $650. $1,650, which was the full move-in.
So she paid more than you did.
Oh yes.
How much more?
At $400.
Okay. So she paid $400 more than you did, which she lost.
She lost that, yes.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I cannot prove that I gave him cash, and that's a sorry thing that I didn't get receipts from my fiancé when we were going out because I assumed that we were going to be married, and in the course of being married, that it would all wash out in the end.
And later today,
Did you ever tell your sister that this was a gift?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
She probably can't even come today and look me in the eye and say that. That's why she's not here.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Robert Bledsoe wants his former fiancée, Renee Lynn Bryant, to repay him for past due bills. Renee says he made her quit her job to move in with him.
Well, it seems to me, Mr. Bledsoe, that what's fair is fair. If she lost $400 more than you did, she has to be given credit for that. Don't you believe so?
Well, no, because I offered her at the time that we were about to split up. We agreed to stay together even after we agreed to leave the house. And we had to leave the house just because I had given them a check to pay for the rent that month in July, but I didn't have the funds. She only gave me $200 to cover that. She was unable to pay her half of the rent that month.
Now,
however, I was able to pay my half of the rent.
But that's my next question to you, Mr. Bledsoe, because I read your papers very carefully, sir. You say the last month that you were there, she gave you $200 towards the rent. You wrote out a check for the entire rent, gave it to the landlord. And how much was the entire rent?
$825.
But then you stopped payment on that check.
I had to stop payment on that.
What did you do with the $200 that she gave you?
Oh, I began paying bills. I began paying the bills. Most of the bills.
Just a minute. We've already talked about the bills. The bills were the original $1,371 that you said that you had all
Right.
together. What did you do with her $200? Did you give it back to her?
No. She told me I could keep it.
Well, so far, let me understand
Because
this,
she knew
Mr.
that
Bledsoe.
she owed me money.
Right, but you can't keep owing you money if she keeps giving you money, sir. She gave you $200, all right?
That's
so
part
far,
of the 940. That is not in addition to the 940. That is part of the 940. The $940.
Oh,
I have just added up everything she ever gave me.
So you are giving her credit. The $940 includes the $200?
Correct.
Is
But
that
it doesn't
correct?
include
The
the deposit.
It doesn't include the $400.
And it doesn't include the money that I made as a substitute teacher working for Altaloma, Cucamonga, and Riverside that I gave him cash.
Yes, it does.
Well, just a second.
All you
just
gave
a
me
second.
was
You
cash.
can't prove that you gave him the cash.
You can't
Just
prove
a
that I didn't
second.
give- Excuse me, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
All right. So we have $940, and I'm adding on to the $940 $400, which is the deposit.
However, it should only be $200 more because if I was to pay half, I only needed to pay $200 more.
She lost $400.
Right.
She lost $400. You lost.
I lost $200.
But you're already
Or wait.
getting. Just a second. You're already getting credit for that, sir.
And she lost $600. She lost.
She paid $400 more than you did.
Right. She paid $400.
$400 more than you did. That's all that I'm interested in. Well, that evens out the $1,371. So now all we're down to is truck payment, $277.97. Do you owe him that?
No, Your Honor.
Why not?
Because I assumed since I had paid more the deposit that that was his way of giving me back some of the money.
No, no, I've
But
given you
seeing-
credit for that.
Okay.
I've given
well,
you credit
I gave
for that.
him, you see, you're right. I cannot prove that I gave him cash, and that's a sorry thing that I didn't get receipts from my fiancé when we were going out because I assumed that we were going to be married. And in the course of our relationship of being married, that it would all wash out in the end. And I
Okay.
did get a full-time job, and, you know, obviously things
All
didn't
right.
work out.
Shh, listen to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
$277 is for the truck payment. It didn't work out, so you have to pay for your own truck payment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, you had a $500 phone bill. Show me the $500 phone bill. Is this $1,300 that you gave me, including all the utility bills and everything else?
And yes.
Well, then it includes the
rent.
telephone.
Yes. I didn't say that it didn't.
I thought you had
I'm sorry.
an ending bill of $500,
No, when I
sir.
said utilities, I
Well,
was
I've already
including
taken
phone.
care of the utilities.
Mhm.
It's a wash. The utilities and her additional $400 plus the money she gave you is a wash. So she owes you for the truck payment, $277.97, not $1,100. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $277.97. Thank you. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I just want to forget about it all. But I want to say, you ladies out there, get your receipts for cash.
And now the next case.
Parties on Mackins versus Richardson. Step forward, please.
Hairdresser Terry Mackins is suing her brother-in-law, George Richardson, for a house loan and money for a stove. George says Terry is retaliating because he beat up her brother.
This is your brother-in-law?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
And he is married to your sister?
Yes, he is.
According to your complaint, you lent your brother-in-law and your sister some money.
Yes.
For house. And also sold them a stove.
Yes.
They refused to pay you for either.
As of this date, yes.
So first tell me, how much was this loan towards the house and how it came about?
I loaned my sister and my brother-in-law $700. My sister and my brother-in-law called me and asked me if I would lend them this money so they can go to closing on their home. I got cash. I got a check from my credit union account, got it mailed to me, and I got it cashed. And I gave them the cash money for their
So
home.
far, is that correct?
Yes.
And in December, we had bought our own home. And our home, in our kitchen, we wanted to do our kitchen over again. We had a brand new kitchen. And we got rid of the cabinets, and we sold my brother-in-law and my sister the stove for $150, which was to be payable as soon as they got the money as well. So that's the $850 I'm asking
Well, tell
for.
me how the sale of the stove came about.
My brother-in-law was over our house, and we had talked to him about we were getting rid of certain things in our kitchen. And we told him we were selling the stove and how much we wanted for it, and he said he wanted it. And Reginald Bear, who's my witness, delivered the stove to their house.
Okay. So, what's your story?
Well, my story is the $700 was at first given on a, well, we actually told her we was going to pay her back when we had a lawsuit and we was getting ready to settle. And we
What
said,
kind of lawsuit?
A car accident. And we were going to pay her back the money that she loaned us for the house. And Terry told us it was a gift. She gave us this money.
He's lying, Your Honor.
Just a second.
No.
Just a second.
She gave the money to my wife. My wife initially told her that we were going to pay her back. And then she came back about, what, day later, because she calls every day, every morning at 7 o'clock, and she said, forget about the money, it's a gift. It's a housewarming gift. That's what she told my wife.
Just a second.
Sure.
Where's your wife today?
She's home. She's disgusted with the whole thing.
Just a second. You just told me that the conversation that she had allegedly was with your wife.
Right, and she...
Well, then I'm not
me.
hearing that conversation because that's hearsay.
So is disagreement with us giving it back to her.
No, sir. Shh. Sit down. I'm not ready to hear you yet.
No problem.
No, sir. You just acknowledged that your original agreement with her, when you called to ask her for the money, was that you were going to pay her back.
Right.
And according to your sister-in-law, she has lent you money before, and you have paid her back.
Plenty of times.
And you have paid her back.
This was a gift, Your Honor.
No.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He's lying.
And no.
No, don't speak to him. You speak to me. Hey, sir, speak to me.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Terry Mackins wants the money back she gave her brother-in-law, George Richardson. George says she's only suing because he beat up her brother.
Listen to me, sir. You're not following what I'm saying to you.
I completely
You
understand.
first said to me that it was a loan, and you agreed to
I
pay
never
her back.
Okay.
And you agreed to pay her back. That was your understanding.
Right.
She gave you the money, and I assume you and your wife went to the closing on the house with her money, right?
Yes, we did.
And when you did that, the intention was to pay her back.
Right.
Now you tell me that she had a conversation with your wife who was not present. And your not present wife told you that it was a gift. That's what you just told me.
That's exactly what I said.
Right. Did you ever tell your sister that this was a gift?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
She probably can't even come today and look me in the eye and say that. That's why she's not here.
That
No,
is
that's
why she's
not
not
true.
here.
Absolutely.
That's not
Absolutely,
true.
that's why she's not here,
That's
because...
true. My sister, my wife is disgusted with my sister-in-law because this whole thing is all just a payback thing because I beat her brother up.
Why did you beat her brother up?
Because he assaulted me.
Your Honor, this is why we're here in court today.
Right.
This is why my brother-in-law is not paying me back, because I called him up the day after he fought my brother, and I kind of like told him about himself because what he did was not necessary. The whole thing is, George and Wendy owes me money, and I would like my money back. I don't have $700 to give nobody. I work very hard for my money, and I never told Wendy it was a gift.
Stove. You had the stove in your house. How did the stove get to your house?
Reginald brought it over to my house.
Oh, okay. Now tell me under what circumstances Reginald brought it over to your house.
Reginald called me up and said, though, you want the stove? I said, well, look, I haven't talked to Wendy. Wendy's my wife. I said, I haven't talked to Wendy because we have gas. And I said, we have to decide, you know, if she want to convert. So he says, well, listen, I'm trying to get the stove out of the house. Can I bring it over? So I said yes. I didn't consult the Wendy because Wendy was at work. So next day he brought it over. And when he brought it and I got an enclosed porch in the front of the house, so it's set on the porch. And so I finally got around and talking to Wendy about the stove. So Wendy decided, we both decided that we didn't want to convert to electric. So I called them. I called them numerous times. Come get the stove. I even had a cookout at my house. Reggie was trying to make me buy the stove. No, man, you got to buy the stove. I'm like, what's up with this? So I called them, told them, come get the stove.
He's lying.
And no.
No, don't speak to him. You speak to me.
Listen to your answers
sir,
first.
speak to me.
I called them, told them to come get the stove. They would not come to get the stove. The stove stayed on my porch running for almost 8 months. So my wife stayed on my back about, get the stove off the porch. I got a little 2-year-old. He's climbing up on the range and pulling the grill out and everything.
So you sold it.
Right. So I sold the stove. I sold the stove for $30 just to get my wife off my back.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Reginald, now you step up, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how are you related to the plaintiff?
That's my fiance.
Okay, so now tell me about the stove.
When I took the stove over there, I told him, you don't have to rush and pay me the $150, but I charged him $150 for the stove and $100 to install it because I am a licensed electrician.
Did you install it?
No, I did not. What I did,
Well,
I dropped the stove off
Well, how
on
could
his
he
porch.
use it if you didn't install it?
Well, I told him when he's ready to get it installed, I would install it for him. So, in return, I took the stove over, put it on the porch, left it there. After the occasion with the fight with him and her brother, we called him up and told him we would like to be paid for our $700
He's
as well
lying.
as our $150 for the stove.
He's
the gentleman
lying, Your
turned
Honor.
around.
All right.
He
Sir,
turned around.
Sir, what I've done is I have now warned you. This is the 4th time. And I've gotten tired of warning you. So, $700 is what you owe them for the loan, and $150 for the stove. Judgment in this case is for the plaintiff in the amount of $850. That's all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
He's still lying. Out the back
Judge
of
Judy
right.
continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Wendy,
Like I
trust
said,
me,
Wendy,
I'm a benefit.
if-
I've been with
if
Wendy
you're
for
not
15
with him,
years.
if you're not with him, and
15
if you
years.
need something,
Your
you can come to me.
your so-called-
Don't never ask me
your
nothing as
so-called
long as you have this guy with you.
He's elite. Your so-called fiance.
Keep the
He's
parasite.
elite. You
Keep
claim
the
everything
parasite.
she
Keep
owns.
the parasite.
Everything she owned. If it wasn't for her, you still be wearing polka dots and stripes. He's elite.
And what are you wearing?
I'm matching.
Polka dots and
You're
stripes.
damn right.
Hello.
They damn right. And it's
Thank
all
you.
name brand.
She was upset with things that was going on in the house.
Their teenage daughter chose to live with mommy, then daddy, then mommy again.
You forgot the fact that the two of you are the grown-ups. She's the child.
Now she's suing daddy for a promised graduation ring.
Teenagers in this kind of situation always lie.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is her courtroom. This is Judge Judy.
Parties on Thompson versus Thompson. Step forward, please.
18-year-old Jessica Thompson is suing her father, Bob Thompson, for refusing to pay for her high school ring.
Order. All rise. Quiet in the courtroom, please. All rise. Now, this is case number 384 on the calendar in the matter of Thompson versus Thompson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have a seat, please, ma'am.
Excuse me, are you her mother?
Yes, I am.
Could you step up here, please? This is your mom?
Yes.
That's your dad?
Yes.
And you are suing your father because you say that he owes you a class ring.
Yes.
So let me understand this. How long are your parents divorced?
I believe since I was 5.
And how old are you now?
18.
And for most of that time, you lived with your mother.
Yes.
But there came a time when you left your mother's house.
Yes.
To go and live with your father. How old were you?
17.
Why did she leave?
We had an argument.
Not just one, I assume.
Oh, typical mother, daughter, clean your room, do what I ask you to do kind of arguments.
But they must have escalated into more than that for her to, I assume, call your father and say, can I come and live with you?
Yeah.
So?
It was that, and I checked into the school out there, and they had a production class that I was looking at. That looked real promising.
No. You had it with your mother, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I assume, Miss Mason, that you had at that point had it with your daughter?
Yes.
Now, were you in favor of her going to live with her father?
No, I thought that was a bad decision.
So you get this call, sir,
Yes.
from your daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about the call.
She was very panicked. She was upset with things that was going on in the house there. She had stated that on numerous occasions she was told to stay home from school to take care of her youngest sister. She said that she was sick and tired of living in the house. She was sharing a room with her aunt. Her aunt had been there for a long period of time, and she had 2 children who were living in the same room as Jessica. Jessica was tired of that. Her aunt was getting up in the middle of the night, screaming at the children, cussing at them, and she was just tired of it. And she wanted a better way of life. She thought that she can get it in Memphis, which we promised that, you know, if you want to come out here, we will do the best we can for you.
Okay. Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, sir, that that was your first mistake. Because I assume that the first thing you didn't do, don't have that look of incredulity on your face. Teenagers in this kind of situation always lie. Because they got 2 parents who live far away from each other and who don't communicate. So the first thing you should have done was pick up the phone and call your former wife.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
In hindsight, that was the right thing to do. Because when your daughter got to your house, everything was okay for a while, right?
Yes, it was.
But then after a while, it wasn't okay. Tell me why it wasn't okay.
Well, after quite a few months went by, things were very good. She got enrolled in school, she was making friends, she got involved in church programs and things of that nature, made friends through the church. Things are going great. Long about December, my father was very ill in the hospital. After about the 4th week of his hospitalization, my wife Rhonda and Jessica and I flew out to California here to be with my father in his final days. During that time, Jessica said that she did not wish to confront her mother, did not want to cross paths with her. And we said, you know, it's whatever you want to do, but, you know, we can't guarantee that that will not happen because my youngest daughter would more likely be at the hospital, be with her grandfather.
So you have 2 children?
Yes, I do.
With your former wife?
Right.
Are you in touch with your younger daughter?
Yes.
Do you see her?
It's been a while since I have seen her.
How old is she?
She's 14 years old.
Okay. So you came out to California to be with your dad, and they crossed paths.
Right. Actually, what happened, Jessica had the urge to see her youngest half-sister, and we set up a meeting 2 days after my dad passed away, and they met in the Northridge Mall. It was going to be for a period of 3 hours. You know, we agreed to it. We said, okay, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. We're not going to stop you. Even though her mother had a notarized letter saying she disowned her daughter completely. Afterwards, we found out that, according to Jessica, she was forced to write in a letter in the furniture department of JCPenney saying that there was items that she did not want sent back to Memphis. Previous to this, we were trying to get her belongings sent out here to us. Her mother at that time said that her belongings were turned over to other family members and Jessica was not entitled to it till she was 18 years old.
Yeah, according to your paper, sir, to make a long story short, first there was a custody battle that you had.
Right.
With your former wife.
Yes.
And you retained counsel for that, and it was a costly process.
Right.
And that custody battle was ultimately resolved with your daughter living with you.
Right.
Now, you say you had a notarized letter from her mother saying she totally disowned her.
That's correct.
Did you write that letter?
I gave up custody till she was 18, yes.
Does anybody have a copy of that letter?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it. I mean, if you say you gave up custody, but that was not before there was a custody battle that was waging between 2 jurisdictions. Is that right?
Right.
This is from an attorney, and this is a letter from you indicating that you, biological mother of Jessica Ann Thompson, relinquish all my court-appointed rights to Jessica, including physical custody and visitation until her 18th birthday.
Right.
So you must have been really angry with her at that point.
I was. I was
Sure you were.
very, very angry.
Absolutely. All right. Now, you were so angry that when she wanted her property back, you said no. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Which forced you, sir,
Yes.
to start litigation to get her property back.
At Jessica's request.
Okay, so you got a lawyer for that.
Right.
That cost you money.
Exactly.
And then she goes to the mall, meets her mom, and then signs, according to you, in the furniture department of JCPenney, a letter saying, I don't want my belongings back.
That's correct.
And you had already paid your lawyer for that,
Yes.
et cetera. All right, so things started to get not so good.
Right.
But this didn't have to do so much with the belongings. You felt as if she was manipulating,
Yes.
which is what she had been doing from the beginning, Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
You didn't give them back, right?
No, I did not.
Why? Because you were angry.
I was angry.
Right. And these were her things.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jessica Thompson moved from her mother's home to her dad's. When she fought with Bob Thompson's new wife, she says he reneged on a promise to buy her her high school ring.
During this time, some point, she was going to graduate from high school and needed money for a class ring
Yes.
and the book and everything else, which is what all this is about. And you gave her how much?
We offered $300 to assist to getting the ring and the graduation announcements for the high school in Memphis that she was going to graduate from.
But then there was a big brouhaha in your house.
Yes.
Tell me about it.
Okay. Following the initial meeting that she had with her mom, Jessica's attitude started changing. It wasn't a drastic change, but it was noticeable. But we were able to deal with it. In February, she bought the CD from a group. It was a group called Cake.
Cake?
Yes. What it stands for, I have no idea. But there was a song in there that she apparently thought that was a good song to listen to. Well, in our house, we do not allow music of this nature because of the language that's in there, the four-letter words, what they imply, the implications that come out of the music. When Jessica bought the CD, the little girl across the street had gone to the record store with her to get it. In our car, we have a CD player. Jessica put the CD in and played that particular song twice on the way home, according to the little girl across the street. Now, the little girl across the street, she's very religious, comes from a religious family and a strong background. So it was pretty offending to her, but she was also told by Jessica not to say anything about it.
Anyway, it started out with the CD with this group. Things got bad in your house, Mr. Thompson.
Yes. This is leading up to it.
Get to it.
Okay,
I mean, I've had teenage girls.
Okay. Well, because of the line that Jessica had told us about the CD and denying the entire incident, we felt it was best to put her on restriction. We told her she cannot do any after-school activities with her friends for a week. She was not allowed to speak on the phone after 8 o'clock at night for a week. And we felt this was reasonable punishment for a week's period.
Okay, because she lied to you.
Right.
Okay.
Well, she took very much offense to it.
Rules.
Rules, exactly.
And she broke the rules according to this.
Yes.
And then there was an explosion in your house
That's
with
correct.
your wife.
Right.
According to what I read here. Tell me about that explosion with your wife.
Okay. Jessica.
Why don't you step up here? Your name is?
Rhonda.
Tell me your version of the explosion that happened in the house, Jessica.
Well, I had gotten home from school to eat lunch and then go back up to the school because we had the play production rehearsal that night. And I was told by Rhonda that I was grounded, and I was told by my dad that I wasn't. So I was getting two sides of the story. So Rhonda came home early from work, and as I went to leave the house, she stepped in my way and wouldn't let me out the door. She grabbed me both by my arms right here, and she turned me around and she threw me against the wall. And then as I tried to move away, she pushed me back against the corner of the china cabinet. And then she finally sat me down in a chair and put her knee on me and then called my dad.
Rhonda, let's hear.
After I found out that Jessica wanted to go home, back to LA, I came home to talk to her about it, to find out if that's really what she wanted to do, or was she just wanted to go home because she didn't like the restriction and the rules, you know, that we had set forth. In the course of the conversation, she goes, "I'm not talking to you. I'm leaving." I said, "No, you're not either. You need to stay here and we need to talk about it." And at the time, her dad was still at work, and he knew that I was coming home to talk to her. And when she tried to leave, I did stop her from leaving. I called her dad, and I said, "You need to come home now. We need to talk about this." And that's what I did.
How did you stop her?
I did put her in a chair, and I said, "You will sit there till I get your dad on the phone, and you can talk to him." We got him on the phone. She talked to him. She even told him, "I'm not staying here. I'm leaving." And he said, "No, you need to stay there till I get home." And she did.
She stayed. And when he came home, what was the discussion, sir?
I was trying to get both sides of the story to figure out what all went on. Jessica did appear to be very unruly. Rhonda said that she was swearing, saying that she was leaving, she was running away, she was going to take the car. It seemed to get way out of hand.
Okay,
now,
so it all got out of hand. Bottom line is, you ultimately canceled the ring.
That's correct.
And you canceled the ring, why?
Because of what went on in the past, and that I did not feel that Jessica deserved the ring for what she went through. When I grew up, I was told whatever I got, I earned it. We all earn what we get in life. Okay? I didn't feel Jessica had deserved the ring, particularly from a school that she wasn't going to graduate from.
She was fine until the time she found out it was canceled, and she just demanded that we owed her.
We have a letter here stating everything that she wanted, that we owe her, and how, as a 17-year-old, it's okay to do whatever she did. It's clearly stated in this letter.
She disowned him. She said, "You're not my dad anymore."
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
What he gave her was nothing, a parent who wasn't there and a stepmother who was abusive.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jessica Thompson wants her father, Bob Thompson, to pay for her high school ring and to return her possessions.
Mr. Thompson, how much did your legal fees cost you?
All total, it was close to $3,000.
Did you have legal fees?
No.
Can I say one other thing?
Sure.
In the course of everything that was going on, and she was packing her stuff up and everything, we also found a letter in her room addressed to us from our attorneys from the last court hearing in February that Jessica had gotten out of the mailbox because she didn't want us to know what was in there. Up until the time we went to court in February, she kept saying, "I want my stuff, I want my stuff, I want my stuff." And in turn, she has called her mother and said, "No, I want to come back home." And it's presented in court, and it's in this letter that she steals out of the mailbox.
You two people made a mistake. And your initial mistake was that you forgot the fact that the two of you are the grown-ups, she's the child, and that you have a responsibility, despite the fact that you haven't been together for years, to have a united front with regard to a 17-year-old who doesn't like to live with rules. Because that's why she left your house, and that's why she left your house. Because she didn't like the rules. It cost you a lot of money, it probably cost you a lot of aggravation. Right?
Right.
Because you have to know that just as she probably told you some tall tales about what happened in their house which caused her to want to leave, she told them a lot of tall tales about what was going on in your house which caused her to want to leave.
But when I tried to call their house when she was back there to speak to Bob, they would never let me talk to her or him.
The house.
There was a phone in Jessica's room that she had.
Listen, your daughter is 17 years old, madam. Right?
Well,
She's 17 years old. You signed a piece of paper really disowning her. Not only custody, but said visitation, which is really no contact because you were angry. You've got to act like the grown-ups. In any event, I don't see that your father owes you a darn thing. Nothing. You didn't graduate from that high school. You graduated from a high school in California, correct? Right?
Yes.
So I don't see that that ring has any sentimental value, aside from the fact that he's your father. That's a rule. He makes the rules. You living with him? He said, as long as you're living with me and graduating from the school, I think you should have a ring. Here's the budget for the ring. It's $300. You didn't graduate from the school. You picked up, you left. Why should he give you anything? Why? You've caused both of these people a lot of aggravation. Your mother and your father. You want to say that she didn't cause you aggravation? Were you going to say that to me? Were you going to say to me?
No, she calls me aggravation.
Absolutely.
But the ring, on the other hand, he said it was a gift, the $300.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
You're still not following, madam.
Well, he didn't
You're still
tell me
not
he
following,
canceled
madam. You shouldn't be on her side. The two of you should be together so that she knows she has a mother and a father who are both people of goodwill, both responsible, but who aren't battling with each other.
You can't battle with somebody who won't speak to
Why
you.
didn't you give her back her things?
She didn't want them.
No, yes, you did.
No, she didn't.
No,
She wanted
listen to
certain
me.
items.
That's not true.
She wanted certain
That's
items.
not
That is
true. She wanted certain things.
Right. But she
And
made
you,
out a list.
and you didn't give them back to her. You didn't give them back, right?
No, I did not.
Why? Because you were angry.
I was angry.
Right. And these were her things. You made him initially get a lawyer, go to court, and sue over the things that were, according to you, hers, because you were
angry.
Angry. So is he. So is he. He's angry that he spent $3,000 because he got stories from his daughter about how she was being abused and mistreated in your house. He brought her to his house, and within a relatively short period of time, she was being abused and mistreated in his house. She wants to go back to your house. Don't you see any similarity between the things that you wouldn't give back to her and the ring that he wouldn't give her?
No.
No? You're wrong. Your case is dismissed. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Out the back door to your right.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Yes, she's part of the family.
No, she's
okay,
not.
listen.
She
Okay?
never has been.
As far as I'm concerned,
Listen.
you aren't either. No, I'm not listening to you.
Then
Okay.
obviously you have no respect for your dad.
I don't anymore.
You can hate me all you want, okay? One thing is very clear. I'm your father.
I don't want to. I don't want to have anything to do with them.
It hurts. There's no doubt about it. You know, I've always been there for Jessica.
The issue was that this was a birthday present. This was
Baloney! It was no birthday present, sir.
Were you there?
Big mistake.
His grandmom loaned him money to buy a motorcycle. Now he says it was a gift.
You got something else in between your ears other than what God should have given you.
There's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in between your ears. You're absolutely right, sir.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is her courtroom. This is Judge Judy.
Parties on Uditsky versus Union. Step forward, please.
76-year-old Helen Uditsky says her grandson, 25-year-old David Union, refuses to repay her for a motorcycle she put on her credit card. She also claims he stole her jewelry.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 395 on the calendar in the matter of Uditsky versus Union. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am.
Mrs. Uditsky, this is your grandson.
Yes. Was.
Well, he still is. Your grandson.
Yeah.
You may be angry at him.
Very.
I assume so. If you filed a lawsuit against him, I assume he's done things to make you very angry.
Yeah.
But your lawsuit complains of really two things. The first thing is that you made a loan to him so he could buy a motorcycle. Is that right?
No. It was put on my credit card.
Did you go with him to the store to buy the motorcycle?
I went with him to the store.
How did that come about that you went with him to the store, Mrs. Uditsky?
Because he was crying to me that he had no way of getting to work. He had the girl that he lives with, plus he's got 2 babies. And I felt sorry for the babies because half the time they weren't eating. There was no food.
Were you living with him at the time?
At that time, I had come from San Jose because I was so cold up there that I was staying there. And it wasn't going to be a permanent thing. It was just going to be temporary. I was staying with them at that time. Mandy just turned 4, and Cameron just turned 2.
These are your 2 children, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
And how old are your children now?
They're
4 and 2.
Are you married to their mother?
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Good question.
Well, I know it's a good question. That's why I asked you. Why aren't you married to their mother?
Just hasn't got around to it yet.
Some
Financial reasons.
But you live together.
Yes, we do.
She collect welfare?
No.
The children collect welfare?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Any support from the state?
No. None whatsoever.
So why don't you get married?
Financial reasons.
What financial reason? What's the difference if you're living together? I'm just curious. Miss Uditsky, just give me a moment, please. I'm always trying to get information. See what this world is like now.
Because we've decided not to yet, Your Honor.
Why? You
we
made
just
2
decided.
babies.
You can have 2 babies and not be married.
Sure.
Okay.
Everybody does that these days.
All right.
That doesn't make it right.
Doesn't make it right. We have not decided to get married.
What kind of work do you do?
Right now, I don't do any work. I watch my kids all day.
And your girlfriend?
She is a...
Where does she work now?
Nail Money.
What kind of work does she do?
Accounts receivable on a computer.
Uh-huh. And who supports the family?
Well, I do part way, like through bowling tournaments, and she does through working.
You do bowling tournaments? Mm-hmm. What does that mean?
I'm a bowler.
Do bowling tournaments. Miss Uditsky, I'm not going to get to the jewelry yet because you also say that you believe that your grandson stole jewelry from you.
He did. It was jewelry from my husband that my husband bought me. I have proof. My daughter's here. She will tell you the jewelry that my husband bought for me. And I swore up and down that if this ring had disappeared, he would be dead and I would be in jail. Because this is the last thing that my husband gave me. Now, they made their bar mitzvah together. Him at 13, my husband at 70. They had a 3-day affair. My husband's 2 wishes in life were to make a bar mitzvah, which he couldn't make when he was younger, and to go to homeland. After the bar mitzvah, I sent them to Israel for 15 days.
You mean your husband and your grandson?
Right. I couldn't go because I'm handicapped. I sent them there for 15 days. The first thing out of my husband's mouth when he come home is, Mama, now if God wants me, he can have me. He says, I've gotten the wishes I wanted. That was all of 1985. December 1st, 1985, my husband passed away. This is the last ring, and my husband bought me loads of gold. She'll tell you. He was always buying me beautiful things. 48 years. I love that man. There's another man in the world for me.
What makes you think that
this boy stayed in my bedroom when I had my hip broken in the house there from the dog, when the dog pushed me, and I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. I have a metal plate with 4 metal bolts here. He stayed in my bedroom. He stole the money from me, from in my drawers, from my purse. She'll attest to what was missing. She knows that he slept in my room and that he had everything available. I never hid money. I had always kept money in the house because the babies would come and they'd say, Bubby, we're hungry. Bubby, I'm hungry. Make me something, Bubby.
Would you step up here?
So
Tell me your last name.
Capricorn.
It's Capricorn. You're his mother?
Yes, sir.
He has stolen from her. He has stolen from everybody.
Has your son been in trouble during his teenage years?
Yes.
She would have to attest to it because when he was a baby, I was having problems of my own, and my mother and father took custody of him, and he didn't start staying with me until he was 16. But her and my father had taken care of him until then.
Okay.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
She's still my sister, and to this day, I still consider her as my sister.
But she is, in fact, your biological mother.
Right.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Helen Uditsky wants her grandson, David Union, to return the jewelry and the money spent on a motorcycle.
Let me tell you what this is. Your grandmother is so angry and hurt at you, which is why I've let her tell me this story, because she just had to get it out. Because it sounds to me as if she took on the responsibility of raising you for 16 years almost.
Correct.
It was probably something that she didn't bargain for, that she didn't necessarily relish, but it was an obligation that she and your grandfather took over when your mother wasn't in a position to take care of you, for whatever reasons. We don't have to go into that. And what she's saying is you haven't done the right thing to her, for her. You know, parents have the responsibility of raising their children, not grandparents. When grandparents have to raise their children, it's usually because their children screw up. And it's usually at a time when they have looked forward all of their lives to some peace. When you're 75 years old, you sort of figure you've paid your dues. You got it?
I understand.
Good. Now, why didn't you give back the money for the motorcycle?
It was, under my understanding, it was a birthday present.
Well, what makes you think it was a birthday present, Mr. Union?
I was looking through a motorcycle magazine. I said I was going to have my friend AJ pick me up and go look at a motorcycle. I called AJ up and she said, well, why don't you have AJ take me and I'll put it on my card and this will be your early birthday present. It was just before my birthday.
What birthday?
Just in September, my 25th birthday. That way I can go to work and back and whatnot. That's it.
So then let me ask you this question, Mr. Union. Why do you think that if that's the case, your grandmother is suing you for this money? Why? She's got all of her marbles. I'm telling you that right now. If it was
That's not true, Your Honor.
What's not true?
That's not true.
That she has all the marbles?
No,
oh,
that's
yes.
not true at all.
Oh,
Okay,
yes, it's true.
After my grandmother had an operation, me and my girlfriend were smoking marijuana in the hospital room.
You were?
She was, no. The doctors had given her Demerol and caused her to lose her mind.
Oh, yeah.
Basically.
You mean forever?
No, not forever. I'm not saying forever. I mean, just caused her to just not be at one state of mind, at a state of mind.
Yeah, well, that happens when you're taking Demerol,
right.
sir. When you're given Demerol, sometimes you have fantasy and things aren't reality.
That's correct.
But when she took you down with her credit card, sir, she wasn't on Demerol.
I understand that.
No. So why do you think, Mr. Union, that your grandmother, who raised you, who cleaned your diapers, who cleaned up after you when you got stomach aches in the middle of the night, who helped you with your homework, who paid for you to go to Israel with your grandfather when you were 13, who nurtured you, why do you think that now your grandmother is standing there suing you for something that was a gift? You explain that to me.
I can't explain that. Because
Neither can I. It doesn't make sense, does it? Now let's get to the jewelry.
I know nothing about jewelry.
Yeah.
I don't even know what jewelry she's talking about.
Mrs. Uditsky.
That's enough.
I don't know what kind of problems he has. I assume that you will tell me that he had access to your mother's room and stayed in your mother's room when she was in the hospital. Is that right?
Yes.
So he certainly had the opportunity to take property from her room. And I don't know whether he had the inclination, but he had the opportunity. But he was not the only person in that house, right?
Right.
Who else was in the house?
His girlfriend.
Her and
two babies, and then Diane's father.
He worked all day.
So that, well, it doesn't take long to go into a room. Mrs. Uditsky, the problem is with regard to the jewelry that you got from your husband, whatever amount of money that I could award you, even if I were satisfied that you had been able to prove that he took it, would not compensate for the articles of jewelry themselves. Because what you're really saying is those are things that were precious to you.
Very precious.
But in a court, you have to be able to prove to me that he took it. Now, there's no question in my mind that he's a liar. There's no question in my mind that he's a liar.
Thank you.
That you put this motorcycle on your credit card because he asked you to do that.
Both from it.
Because he asked you to do that, and he needed transportation. And this baloney story about it being a gift because you were on Demerol is just that you're losing your marbles. Clearly not the case. You are angry at him and hurt, but clearly you have all your mental faculties about you. But you still have to prove to me that he took your jewelry.
He did take my jewelry.
I know you say he did. He says he didn't. He probably did.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
I'm going to say it to you again because I have a feeling that you got something else in between your ears other than what God should have given you.
There's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in between your ears. You're absolutely right, sir.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Helen Uditsky wants her grandson, David Union, to pay her back for a motorcycle and some jewelry. He says she's just upset because his girlfriend, Diane Bondison, betrayed a family secret.
What items of jewelry are missing, Mrs. Uditsky?
I have a charm that had rubies. I have a Star of David ring. It's like the other ring. This other one was my great-grandmother's ring, and it was passed down to me. So this one I had restored, but I had a ring same like this, only with the Star of David in there. Everything that my husband bought me, other than the chains, were all religious articles. I converted to Judaism. I was not born a Jew. I converted 48 years ago, and I have lived that life.
How many grandchildren do you have?
I don't have any. I'm through. I have a daughter here, and I have
one
a daughter
child
in San Jose.
Does your daughter in San Jose have any children?
She's
Yeah, she does. Right to her right.
She has children, but she is my stepdaughter.
Okay.
That was my husband's daughter.
Do you have any other biological children other than this daughter here?
She's adopted.
She's your daughter?
She's my daughter.
Granddaughter.
Yes.
Excuse me, Your Honor. That's her
it.
granddaughter. My Aunt Sandra is her mother.
Judge,
no.
It's just to make a long story short, okay?
This is the reason why she's mad at me.
Sandra, who I was always, when I was younger, thought she was my sister, in reality is my mother. I found this out when I was 16 years old, and I've known for many, many, many years. My mother had made a promise to her that, as far as anybody's concerned, I was her daughter, that's it. So, for all purposes, she's still my sister, and to this day, I still consider her as my sister.
But she is, in fact, your biological mother.
Right. I had made the promise because my daughter was got into trouble, having a child out of wedlock, was going to give it up for adoption. My husband and I says, no, this is family. No, we will adopt her. We got a lawyer, and when the baby was born,
it
was her. When the baby was born, we took her home from the hospital, and we've raised her all her life that we could.
What had happened was when they were bringing her from San Jose, Diane was riding with her, and my mom told Diane I was Sandra's daughter. Okay, and she made a promise to her not to say anything.
I thought she'd keep her word to God. That's all.
I didn't say anything to him until after I found out that you told her the truth, and he was the only one that didn't know.
But I knew.
She did know because she came to the house the day that I told him.
Your Honor, I had told David a long time ago.
This is the reason why everyone's mad at she's mad at me because
she's mad at me because I told him the truth.
This is the whole reason why. This was a birthday present. I stole no jewelry.
So let me ask you this, sir. Why do you think she's angry at you?
I couldn't tell you.
No, but
she's angry at me, Your Honor.
That has nothing to do with him. No, that has nothing to do with him.
Because all she cares about now is money. That's all she cares about. Okay, the motorcycle was $2,000. She's trying to sue me for $4,000 now.
She says that she took jewelry.
I didn't take any jewelry. Okay, 10 years ago, my mother borrowed money from her, and she made her sign an agreement that this is a loan.
10
She
years
didn't.
ago?
She did not pay her. She took her to small claims court and won. If this was a loan, she would have made me sign something. This was not a loan. This was a birthday present.
Your Honor,
That's what it was.
that is a lie.
I did not
because
sign anything.
I took him to pick up the motorcycle. I asked him where he got the money for it because I knew he didn't have any. He told me he got a loan. This is what he told
Not
me
true.
in the car.
He didn't tell you from whom?
No, he told me in the car on the way, and I knew who he had got the how he got the motorcycle was from her.
What did we get him for his birthday?
For his
together?
birthday, we got him a bowling ball and to enter him into a bowling contest. This is what he was given for his birthday present in September.
Sounds to me that whether Mrs. Yuditsky is your grandmother or your great-grandmother.
That's not an issue. You're right. That's not an issue.
It's not an issue.
The issue was that this was a birthday present. This was
Baloney! Baloney! It was no birthday present, sir. It was no birthday present.
Were you there?
I get 1,000.
Big mistake. No, but let me tell you something. Common sense and this story suggests to me, and I've said it to you once before, I'm going to say it to you again because I have a feeling that you got something else in between your ears other than what God should have given you.
There's nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing in between your ears. You're absolutely
There's
right,
nothing
sir.
at all.
Nothing.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
Common sense says that a lady who took care of you, wiped your rear end, wiped your brow, took your temperature, nursed you for 16 years, isn't going to bring you to court unless she's really hurt. And the reason she's really hurt is because not only did you take this money that you borrowed from her for the motorcycle, but that you stole from her.
No, I didn't.
When she wasn't in her room, when she was in a hospital, you stole from her, and you stole from her the things that her husband of 46 years had given to her that were very
48
precious.
years.
48 years that were
That's
very
not true.
precious to her. That's what common sense dictates to me. So,
She just
Mr.
deserves
Union,
an actor for her act.
get a job. And you, madam, you want to work? That's terrific. You don't want strangers to take care of your babies? That's too bad. You got babies to support, you got to work. And this guy over here has now a $5,000 judgment to pay off, so he better get a job. That's all. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
She's a money lover. That's all it is. She's just turned into a money-hungry, you know what.
David, you told me.
That's it. I'm
You
done.
told me that. David, come here.
I'm done. Period.
He has even gotten so mad at me that he's thrown me against the wall, and that's when I told him he had to move out of my house.
Okay, I'm out of here now.
I just want her to have what she needs so she could be in peace. That's all.
I don't understand why you're annoying each other.
A family torn apart in a dispute over appliances, a moldy fridge, and a dead fly.
If it has a fly in it, sir, you take a little tissue. You pick up the fly and you throw it away.
She bothers us.
Just a second. Mother-in-law, you're not being smart. You're supposed to stay out of it.
You are about to enter the courtroom of Judge Judith Sheindlin. The people are real. The cases are real. The rulings are final. This is her courtroom. This is Judge Judy.
Parties on Melnick versus Sperry. Step forward, please.
Patricia Melnick is suing her former daughter-in-law, 28-year-old Melinda Sperry, for the return of her appliances.
Order. All rise. Yeah, this is case number 436 on the calendar in the matter of Melnick versus Sperry. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Mrs. Melnick, this is your former daughter-in-law, is that correct?
Correct.
And what you're suing her for is for the return of some appliances that you say are yours.
Yes, Your Honor.
And are in her possession.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long were you married to, is that, you're the son?
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Yes,
Tim
this is my son.
Your last name?
Mangan.
Sit down. How long were you married to him?
7 years.
And you have 2 children?
3.
3 children. So, Miss Melnick, you want to tell me why you think these appliances are worth suing your former daughter-in-law for?
Well, when they wanted to buy my home, which was worth $51,500, they tried to assume the mortgage, and they couldn't. And I have the original agreement. None of my appliances went with the home. Melinda sent a letter on November 10th.
Okay, so let's start.
Okay.
When they were married, they wanted to purchase your home.
Right.
Right?
Melinda did.
Not your son?
No, she did.
And the appliances did not go with the house?
No, they did not.
Okay, but you left them in the house?
Yes.
And what was the arrangement?
That my son will tell you.
No, you tell me. You're the
okay,
plaintiff.
with that, I let them use them until they would purchase their own or whatever they needed to do if they wanted to purchase appliances. That's the way it went.
No, we had another house, and we bought her house because she couldn't afford it anymore. She, for some reason, won't work. And her other son moved into our second home, and she cried that he doesn't have any appliances and this and that. We left our appliances over at that house for him, and she says that we could have her appliances so he could have appliances.
Oh, okay, because I didn't quite understand that. You turned over your old house to the plaintiff's other son.
Yeah, he's renting it from my ex-husband.
Okay, and that other house was in his name? Your former husband's name?
Yes.
And you left all of your appliances there?
Yes.
So when you moved into your mother-in-law's house, you had her appliances? Fine. Then there came a time when you were supposed to exchange these appliances. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
And you say you returned a refrigerator first.
Yes, I had hired movers to return these things.
How old is your
Melinda has been, she beat me up 1994.
I have the
She
restraining
beat me up. I have.
Miss Melnick.
She's caused nothing but trouble with the family.
Miss Melnick, I read the papers. She has a restraining order against you, is that right?
That's correct.
Now, so your other son was living in the house and you ordered a mover to take over the refrigerator from the old house to her house. Did you look at the refrigerator first?
No, I was not allowed to go near any of that area.
I didn't ask you whether you looked at it in her house. I asked you whether you looked at it in your son's house.
No, Your Honor.
Well, she says that that refrigerator was delivered in deplorable condition. It was filthy, it had mold in it, and it had dead fly in it, and she refused to accept it. Why are you raising your hand? Did you see the refrigerator?
Yes, Your Honor.
At your brother's house?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, step up here.
Thank you. Prior to the furniture to be delivered, I also cleaned the refrigerator and everything else, and then Melinda refused it, and it returned back to my brother's house. They recleaned it again.
Well, why did they have to re-clean it, sir?
Supposedly...
Not supposedly. Why, if it was re-cleaned, it was cleaned for a reason. Why was it re-cleaned?
Because she wouldn't accept it.
No, it was re-cleaned because it had mold on it.
Well, she stated that it had a fly in it, Your Honor.
If it had a fly in it, sir, you take a little tissue,
Right.
pick up the fly, and you throw it away.
I did not see any mold on it or anything. I did clean it the first time, and then I made sure my brother cleaned it. The second time, they took it back over there. The third time, she refused it. I also had other appliances to replace that are in excellent condition, like the washer and dryer, refrigerator, stove, everything that was supposed to be returned to her, and she refused every one of them.
All right, sir. Now, let me ask you this question. If all those things were in wonderful condition, is that what you're saying to me? The refrigerator was in wonderful condition?
Yes, Your Honor.
So why in the world would you want to return them to her?
The reason being is that I didn't want any more friction between my ex-wife and my mother anymore.
Well, just a second. Let me stop you right there. You say the appliances that are now in the home that your brother is living in
Yes, Your Honor.
are in great condition.
Yes, Your Honor.
And what about the appliances in your home? Are they in great condition?
Yes, I keep my stuff clean.
So they're nice and clean, right?
Yeah.
Well, everybody should be happy. What do you have to pay movers for? You have great appliances, and you have great appliances. Why do you have to move them from one place to another? Why don't you just say, well, I got great appliances, let's just call it a day. We both have what we need.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
Well, look at the way you're looking at her. I wouldn't want you around me either.
Well, I don't want her near me either, Your Honor.
And later today,
You can afford to go on dates. Ask them when's the last time we've been able to do anything because we're paying off $8,000. They are your children. Help us.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Patricia Melnick is suing her former daughter-in-law, Melinda Sperry, for the return of her appliances.
So why are you here except to annoy each other?
Eventually we were going to move all the appliances from the other house that my brother is renting from us into the new house that we purchased from my mother.
Right.
And she was supposed to receive all her appliances. My mother was supposed to receive all her appliances back.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Right. However, you just told me that
Melinda,
all of the appliances that were left in your brother's house
were to be returned, and she
are
refused.
fine, perfect, nice and clean, nothing wrong with them.
No.
I don't understand why you're annoying each other.
Your Honor, may I please speak? I have pictures of what she wanted someone to spring clean. I'll show you what she gave us.
You don't seem to understand what I'm saying to you, madam. I don't understand, Grandma, why you're here. If your son has nice appliances in his house, and she has nice appliances in her house, and you have 3 grandchildren, right? Then you're only here to annoy each other. And I don't understand that. Especially when you're supposed to, as a grandmother, make things nice instead of make things difficult.
I did, Your Honor.
No,
I sold
no,
my
no,
house
no, no.
cheaply.
No,
Extremely
no, no.
cheaply.
Listen to
I have
me.
a police
It's
report.
time to put a stop to it. This is over appliances. Appliances are a lot of baloney, and I see absolutely no basis to irritate each other. If you want the appliances from your son's house, take them. Take them, and then he'll buy new ones. Now, I'm going to get to something that seems to me even more important. You made 3 children together?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're supposed to love your children more than you hate each other.
I love my children dearly, but
And you too.
She doesn't let me see them.
You too. You are supposed to love your children more than you hate each other.
I pay child support, and
you don't.
she doesn't let me.
Mother-in-law, you're not being smart. You're supposed to stay out of it.
Yes, ma'am.
You're supposed to stay out of it.
After
I guarantee you that you don't know everything that went on in their home.
No.
I have married children, and I guarantee you, I don't know everything that goes on in their home. So you are a fool if you butt in. You're a fool if you butt in when they're married. You're a fool when you butt in when they're not married anymore, because what happens is she gets mad at you, and you don't see your grandchildren.
Exactly. She
Of course. Of course. Well, look at the way you're looking at her. I wouldn't want you around me either.
Well, I don't want her near me
Listen
either,
to me.
Your Honor.
I'm telling you.
Not after she beat me up.
I'm telling you. I also know that a court gave her a restraining order against you.
But that doesn't stop her from calling my home and irritating me.
Miss
And
Melnick.
the reason why I'm not
Miss
working
Mel-
is because of her.
Miss Melnick, you just don't get it.
Yes, I do, ma'am.
You just don't get it.
I get it.
You are going to be without 3 grandchildren. Now, he's supposed to see his children.
No, he has terms which he is supposed to fulfill before he sees them.
Do you mean support?
I pay child support.
No.
What kind of terms?
Well, he just come out of drug rehab, so that's one. Then he's supposed to have 10 weeks of parenting classes. And it
Oh.
goes back to supervised visitations.
Okay. Were you an inpatient in drug program, sir?
It was a mental depression breakdown because after the incident that occurred.
You don't go into it. Listen to me.
I haven't seen my children.
Listen to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
It says in the order that you are to go to parenting classes, and until you finish satisfactorily those parenting classes and remain drug-free, that you will only have supervised visitation. So am I to assume that you have not gone to the parenting classes?
I attended the first of parenting classes, and in the decree of divorce, it said that if I do not fulfill the parenting classes, which are 5, not 10, that I still have supervised visitation. And then after I fulfill the parenting classes, I have unsupervised visitation.
Sir, how long ago were you divorced?
It's been a year, October 14th, Your Honor.
Are you
last
telling
year.
me that in the past year you could not go to 5 parenting classes?
Your Honor, I work second shift, and there's no way that, no, I couldn't. Because in the divorce decree, we finally settled on that in October, and I work as a custodian, and I work evenings.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment.
You don't need my stove because you don't even know how to cook. If it doesn't come out of a box or a can, you don't do it.
What time's your broom fly away?
And later today,
How can I give you what I don't have?
How can you let this man pay your bills?
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Patricia Melnick is suing her former daughter-in-law, Melinda Sperry, for the return of her appliances.
Listen to me, sir. You have 3 children. One way or another, you find 4 days in a year to complete parenting classes if you are legitimately interested in seeing your children. You have vacation. You take time off without pay to see your 3 children. If that's the prerequisite, and clearly, based upon what I'm hearing, without going into all of the gory details, you had certain problems. And the judge was comfortable in saying to you, if you want to see your children in an unsupervised fashion, you have to do these things. And from what you're telling me, in a whole year, you have not been able to find 5 days to complete parenting classes.
And she still hasn't let me see the children, even under the stipulation, to see the children with supervised visitation.
Well, sir, that's wrong. And I'm telling Miss Sperry that it's important for the children to see their father. You got it?
Oh, yes, it is.
You got it? And
Yes,
what
Your
I'm
Honor.
telling you is, if you want to be a father, instead of a supervised father, then you make time to finish whatever prerequisites the court set for you seeing your children, and don't stand there and complain that you're too busy. If you can't find 5 days to go to parenting classes, I don't know when you're going to find 5 days to see your children. That's your responsibility. But I would, more importantly, I would try you and your mother to sit down and to decide that you better stop. You too. Stop what's going on, because that's not good for the children. You know?
Your Honor, on December 11th, her boyfriend and her damaged my husband's car. I have a police report.
Oh, you know, you just
Out
don't
of
get it,
spite.
Miss Melnick. Your lawsuit's dismissed. Goodbye.
Bodies are excused. You may step out.
Thank you. You don't know how to take care of those kids. You don't need my stove because you don't even know how to cook. If it doesn't come out of a box or a can, you don't do it.
What time's your broom fly away?
Same time yours does, baby.
And now the next case.
Bodies on Boldazar versus Jarvis. Step forward, please.
39-year-old Julie Boldazar wants her ex-husband, cable TV installer Lee Jarvis, 52, to pay the medical costs for their son's broken hand.
How long have you folks been divorced?
4.5, almost 5 years.
And how many children did you have together?
2.
Ms. Baltazar, according to your complaint, one of your sons was visiting with his father.
Yes.
And was injured.
Yes.
Playing in the backyard.
Yes.
You want him to cover half of the medical costs that were not reimbursed by your insurance.
Absolutely.
You say it's not your responsibility.
Yes, ma'am.
Whose responsibility is it?
That's a good question, Your Honor.
I only ask good questions.
In our divorce decree, it does not say I'm responsible for medical and dental.
Just a second. In your divorce decrees, does it say that your former wife is responsible for medical and dental?
No, ma'am, it's not.
So your divorce decree is silent as to who's responsible for medical and dental.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that right?
Yes.
So your former wife says, I am prepared to pay half. Took 2 of you to make a child. I'm prepared to pay half of the medical costs. Doesn't that sound right to you, sir?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
That was easy.
Pretty easy.
Can I see the unreimbursed medical bills, please? Did you add up the unreimbursed amounts?
Yes, I believe it was $1,984.
Total?
Total, yes.
So he owes you for half of that?
Yes, I believe so.
Well, I believe so, too.
Thank you.
When the divorce judgment is silent, Mr. Jarvis, it seems to me you're a parent. You pay child support?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
How much do you pay in child support?
The payment is $511 a month.
For 2 children?
Yes, ma'am.
And who carries the insurance for the boys?
My husband, my current husband.
That's really not a lot of money for child support for 2 children. How old are the boys?
15 and 17.
$992. So that's what he owes you for that.
Thank you.
Now, there's another part of your claim that I don't quite understand.
Okay.
You want to explain it to me?
Sure. Both of the boys have, and I'm not sure of the medical term, but in layman's terms, extremely difficult orthodontic cases. Because my husband does carry orthodontic insurance as well on the boys, when it was presented to those orthodontists, they were not able to help us and had to refer us outside of the insurance system. And so we had to seek the services of very skilled orthodontists as well as jaw surgeons. My oldest son in particular is going to have a jaw surgery, which is horrible, very grotesque. Anyway, we didn't really have a choice. This is not a cosmetic situation. This is a medical condition. Because
well, if it's a medical condition, madam, why don't you take that up with your insurance company? Because no insurance company can disclaim, because if you say that this is a very serious condition.
Right.
HMOs very often try to disclaim.
Yes.
But what you have to do is you have to fight them. They can't say, we don't have doctors to fix the problem, and the problem is too serious, therefore you have to pay for it. That sounds ridiculous to me.
Right.
Judge Judy is ready to rule.
Well, in this case, Mr. Jarvis, you owe your former wife $992 for the unreimbursed medical bills of your son who was injured. I'm going to suggest to you, sir, that it doesn't look to me by the size of your boys that you have much longer to go with regard to your financial responsibility for them. That means you have to take a second job. Do it. That's what parents have to do. But these are your boys, and minimally half of the responsibility, especially since your former wife's husband is paying for the medical insurance, at least half of the bills that aren't covered by insurance have to be considered yours. Do you understand that?
I understand that.
Okay, thank you, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy will continue in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
I think you should help us with that $8,000. We can't do it alone, and we've been doing it a long time without you. A long time, and it's not fair to these guys, and it's not fair to us. What are we supposed to do?
I've been telling you for a long time, I can only give you what I give you. Okay? I can't do
But
any
you
more
can
what I do.
afford to buy the boys' systems. You can afford to go on dates. Ask them when's the last time we've been able to do anything, because we're paying off $8,000. They are your children. Help us.
I am doing everything I
God.
can.
You just don't understand. You don't understand what this does.
How can I give you what I don't have?
How can you let this man pay your bills? They're not happy. I'm not happy. And you're skating. That's all.
That's your opinion.
I get a call on my phone from a girl telling me she love me, but hardly trust she a hoe. Got a job in my mind, so asked her to blow. Said she don't wanna rush, she want it slow. Fucked her brains up, kicked her out the door, yeah. Never did love no one. Have my boys in my back with these guns, blacked out drip. Fuck these nuns. I don't pray for love, I pray for one night kinda fun. Dropped her off to be sex, kicked her out to the curb, I'm done. Said she wants me bad, said she wants me to be a dad to a son. Thought this bitch was a mine. Fuck these 304s, I ain't got time. I do drills for a living, no farts back home. These hoes be catfishing. If I'm wrong, then tell me what I miss. Say murder on my next minute, we get sick. Get the bag, get the fame, come home, he's back bitching. I get a call on my phone from a girl telling me she love me, but hardly trust she a hoe. Got a job in my mind, so asked her to blow. Said she don't wanna rush, she want it slow. Fucked her brains up, kicked her out the door, yeah. 2 years straight, I've been on a mission. Get the bag, hit the fame, living on my cash or a pension. Events for the ops, I'm not anymore in detention. Walk in a room and feel the tension. Say it to my face, but not in mention. Lost in a time when I fuck these bare hoes on these benches. I'm stressed as sin, that's just the way I begin. Give me a moment to think, I'm a writer, my words. I'm sorry for the years as being a pimp. Let me correct my words, I'm sorry for the years as being a simp. Not anymore, but the whole damn so now she wanna be my hoe. Let's go. I get a call on my phone from a girl telling me she love me, but hardly trust she a hoe. Got a job in my mind, so asked her the blows. Said she don't wanna rush, she want it slow. Fuck her brains up, kicked her out the door, yeah. Never did love no one. Have my boys in my back with these guns, blacked out drip. Fuck these nuns. I don't pray for love, I pray for one night kinda fun. Dropped her off to be sex, kicked her out to the curb, I'm done. Said she wants me bad, said she wants me to be a dad to a son. Thought this bitch was a mine. Fuck these 304s, I ain't got time. I do drills for a living, no fathers back home. These hoes be catfishing. If I'm wrong, then tell me what I miss. Say murder on my next minute we peak is sick. Get the bag, get the fame, come home, he's back bitchin'.